and see us, can you let us know if it's working for us? Hi, my
Hi.
friends.
All right. Well, I'm trying to find it. Let's see.
Yeah, supposedly it should be good, but
In this brand new session, let's see. Our internet has been. Hey,
oh, it must be live.
okay, cool. All right,
What's it doing?
turn all that stuff off, guys.
Yeah. We got it live on the TV too somehow.
You got live everywhere.
Yeah, that's good. What was that, Mom?
Can you put that up so I can get chat? So I can. Guys.
We're working on it. That's what I said. I don't see nothing in the top chat.
Yeah. Okay. I see the new chat. Okay. I'm here and cooking, Elder
Okay.
Medicine Burkle.
There's Cabal.
Cabal.
There's Cabal.
So okay.
All right.
We're doing it.
We're working on it.
So
Hey,
far.
Darcy.
Darcy's in. Hey.
Yeah,
Oh, Cobalt. Yeah.
oh, I can read the chat on here.
We've been it's a rainy day in Tennessee, and so we're setting up for a little coming up thing. It took us like
Monday.
all day to get our studio built. I guess you can call it. To get lighting right, to get the microphones right.
Yeah, mine might be too low.
And then come what 4:30, we were like, that's it, we're wore out. Took a break. We finally got her up and running. Let's see. Trying a lot of new stuff.
Yeah.
But, I see Bear Claw's here with us. Thank you, Bear Claw. There's Darcy. Yeah, we know you. We know Darcy. I made you a mod, and it's cool to see a few people we know.
Yeah. A whole lot better being out in the rain today.
Well,
Who's
yeah.
waving?
And also working.
Who's waving? Oh,
Bear Claw.
Bear Claw.
Cool.
Cool. We want to do an update basically on a bunch of stuff, and also do a test of our system.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really, really run lives on our channel just because I don't know when we got time to do it in the first place.
It's like putting two men that are supposed to be working into an area where they're not working.
Uh-huh.
Out of the garage is not our habitat.
We're looking around. I'm trying to figure out how to run the laptop too.
Yeah.
We don't have studio and all that fancy stuff.
No. Just kind of wing it.
Yeah. Clicking through. Now, recently we had that. I'm gonna put some stuff up now. Recently we had the outage that you guys.
Darcy's driving.
Oh, she's driving. Okay. I hope that she can hear. That outage, that recent power outage, and all that kind of stuff. I want to play a reading from a guy. Let's see if I can get to that. Just wanted to share something that's. Click on this and see what we got here. I'm going to put this by this speaker here. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to the commercial.
Charo. Hey, Charo.
Studies prove that.
Hey, Charo. Thank you. No,
Other side.
This
There's Charo.
There's Charo. Midwest.
We're doing just some updates. We've been playing with our electronics and trying to figure out how to do a live. It was rainy. It's been rainy here, and we went out this morning and feed the peeps. I'm getting ready to just play a short here. The internet's been slow, but here we go. You keeping up with everybody in the chat. But
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start talking. We've got 3 new ones. So Bear Claw said rain
I'm gonna
claims.
say, like Chiro,
Oh, she's not.
yeah, make her a mod.
Yeah, she most definitely.
Okay.
Oh, I'm on my channel. Mom got to do that.
Okay.
Okay, I'll try to.
All right, Travis, she's gonna put you on as mod. Definitely people we know. We're gonna keep loading them in.
Yeah.
How do I do that?
You click on her face there,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my laptop. I'm playing. I want to play a.
That is moderator.
I want to play a
Yeah.
reading on that outage we had just recently. But for some reason, my computer's like going round and round and round.
Slow and slow.
Standard or managing moderator?
Managing be fine. They know, Chiro. She's
Chiro and
doing too.
All right,
Midwest.
jeez.
Yeah.
They know how to run these things.
Yeah, they know how to. Yeah. I am still waiting for this thing to play for you guys. Ding, 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 ding. I don't know, like I said today, it's been, I don't know, our internet's fine until we try to do something like this. And then, let me just play. What's it waiting on?
What was released by Metatron is that the global IT outage was in fact the negative-oriented entities, who were trying to differ social memory complex in all our computer systems and devices, and that was the reason why the outage happened. But fortunately, this was disrupted by the Astro Command, who, I believe they attacked the Mars location and destroyed their some of the plans that they were trying to install Lucifer social memory complex in our devices. And they have also suggested that if we hear about the outage happening, we need to turn off our devices because maybe they are installing the Lucifer social memory complex. So also Metatron has answered about the World Economic Forum. Turns out they have secretly taken control of Göbekli Tepe, and they have.
Okay. On that, we had the outage this week. Most people kind of didn't pay much attention to it, but they had tried to install some kind of thing on our bank systems, and eventually, and this is the guy that's doing that reading is Sam the Illusionist, and I'll see if I can put his link in the description. But anyway, he that's a reading he had got that they had. I don't want to say the bad ETs tried to send that through, and they were on Mars. Then we turn around, then the Astro
Command.
They end up turning around and attacking them, and so they ended up, basically stopping the process. Now, Sam the Illusionist, like I said, he's on YouTube. You can look him up. I'll put the thing in the description. I want to talk about on the 30th. He's predicted some kind of like star event, or basically I want to say they're putting something in satellite or something like I know SpaceX is putting up a new satellite. They're supposed to put up the 27th, and by the 30th. Now 30th is the same day that we're going to supposedly have the EBS. So you guys remember all the EBS stuff about the turn your phones off and all that kind of stuff. Well, anyway, that's also the same day that they'll have that system up in orbit. So I just want to put that on people's radar on the 30th, because there's no one talking about it, of course. And you know how I am. I try to put this stuff out, but my Facebook account and YouTube is pretty much what's the word for it? Shadow ban. So just want to put that on you guys' radar. Let's see here.
Bear Claw said something.
What did Bear Claw say?
She said something about our background.
Oh, rain cleans, rain
Yeah,
cleans.
she said kiss a cushion. She's gonna make fun of me of how I said that, but I think that means
Oh, she likes our
like,
background.
love your background, or something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, is that what that means?
I don't know. That's what I think. I mean,
Yeah.
We're learning Bear Claw. Get
I'm
us
still
Yeah, we're learning Bear
fine.
Claw.
still trying to read the
I
language.
mean, this stuff is like,
We
you know,
got
we're big into
honey-
IT and stuff.
We got honey holic.
Hey, honey, like you're new, at least from what I know of you.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that's cool.
She's been on your channel.
No, not on my channel.
yeah.
I don't know her. That's cool. Heck yeah,
I'll
good to
talk
see you.
her. I want to get on the chat room because I'm normally in the chat room, so I'm not usually the one out here talking, right? So we're like, let's go to the chat and talk. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, we're usually always in the chat, so that's what you're catching now,
You're doing
guys.
fine.
We're
Oh,
doing fine.
Jackie Farnett is here.
Cool. Honey,
I'm more of
lurker.
honey. Honey says I'm more of a lurker. LOL.
Lurker, that's
Same.
fine.
That's what we
We
are
like
too.
lurkers.
We lurking around always.
Next time I can invite you both when I'm live.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Who's that? Bear Claw?
Bear Claw, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
got Sean Peterson.
okay, cool. Yeah, we
Cool.
like I said, we're trying to get where we can communicate because you have to go out live. We've got an interview coming up 30th.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
but
think so.
30th.
Yeah.
I think
Monday.
it's Monday or
something.
Tuesday,
Yeah.
whatever day that is.
And that's with
Rob.
yeah, that's with Rob on his channel is Typical
Skeptic.
Skeptic Podcast. So that's coming up. That was one of the reasons we started off today, just trying to set up like a little studio, put up lightings, figure out if we can get the cameras, see if we can get the microphones to work.
See
So
if there's any
right.
sound.
And I figured I'd give everybody
So-
updates because there's a lot going on. Chloe had her life last night. I don't know if you guys follow Chloe, but she had covered with the wells. She'd covered the explosion in
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, and of course we had earthquakes today. But she had talked about that last night. Dana's over here smiling, so
Oh, I'm just reading the chat.
reading chat. Okay. But anyway, Chloe's live was good last night. I didn't make it to it. By that time in the evening, I was snoring by then.
Yeah.
So she went across some good information. Now I'm waiting for Chloe. There is a dragon in her area, and her head is in Chloe's area. Now the body is the Arctic dragon. She's called the Arctic dragon. We've talked to her. Matt's talked to her. But anyway, her body goes down to Antarctica and past. Now, she has talked to us, but she wants Chloe to do a reading because she's so close to Chloe. And this has been about a week or so that we've known about it. But Chloe, I talked to Chloe again today and yesterday on the Messenger and such. So she's aware. She knows. We're just
The dragon doesn't mind whenever the information gets out. Just knows that whenever the information does get out, that'll be the time period. So whenever Chloe gets connected, it doesn't even matter when. It could be actually next year for all we know.
Well, Chloe last
It
night,
doesn't matter.
right? Chloe last night she had a Yowie, but she
Yeah.
didn't want to. She was didn't really want to channel the Yowie. And as far as channeling this dragon, the significance of it is this dragon, its tail is past in Antarctica or underneath it if it goes into the. I don't know, if it's past Antarctica or through it. So that's something we're looking forward to, because none of us can go to Antarctica and explore, but that dragon, since its body's all the way there, if you can do a reading, we would get to find out more about what's going on.
Elder Medicine Bear Claw, she said the dragon is a messenger. Yeah.
Yeah, the dragon's been a lot of messaging. The dragon is also all your rocks and your crystals. The dragon is your energy workers. They're the ones that set up the planets. They're the ones that set up the ley lines. They're the ones that you have in the United States. You got two. You've got the Appalachian dragon, which is a male, and then you've got the female Rocky Mountain. And that body there, which you did a picture of it, that body. I mean, these are bodies.
Yeah, actually, mountain bodies.
Super Dave is
Hey,
Super Dave.
Super Dave.
Oh yeah, okay.
We got you.
Yeah, we
One
got
of
our
the best cups you can ever get right here.
Super Dave cup.
Super Dave.
We're doing all of our cheering. We got Chiro. Susie B has come out. Hey, Susie.
Hey. We got a party lighting up.
Well, yeah, we got a party. We're just doing some updates on what's going on and trying to unload a lot of things that's in our brains, and we haven't really put the stuff out like we should.
Yeah.
And so anyway, get back on topic. What was I talking about? You guys are getting excited because I did too. I look at the chat room.
I got lost in it.
So just explaining
The Rocky Mountain Dragon.
okay, yeah. You got two major dragons in the United States. You got the Appalachian dragon, which is the male dragon, and then you got the female dragon, which is the Rocky Mountain dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And you've had a picture of it, and that body of her goes all the way down through Mexico, all the way up through Canada. The head basically lays over there in Minnesota. That's where Angel Wings is at, so she might come along. So she talks to their babies, and we're good friends with her. So we get a lot of communications where she's a new light worker that we've met, and she's been to Chloe's. And the last time she was on Chloe's station, she really Chloe's into the dragons, and so is her. They're doing some really good work as far as energy and light work. So that's interesting and going on. Okay, so that's what else we got. Got a lot to talk about.
Well,
Super Dave's here.
I'm excited.
Cobalt
Yeah.
was wondering how your crystals experiment.
Okay.
going.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that because that's the point. Is the dragons? You got to understand about the dragons. It's the year of the dragons, which means it's the year of energy because the dragons are about the energy.
Mm-hmm.
The dragons are the ones that set up the ley lines now, and like I said, we told you the two big ones, and they've been basically showing Matt how to read the energy of the rock. So we went to a rock store where Matt could pick up a rock. He walked around with us and kind of could feel the energy of the rock and feel what would help us as far as me and Tina. So we went through and we ended up with 3 rocks to work with each of us by the time we got through. I mean, the people in the store thought we were nuts because we're all standing around putting the rocks. And
psychic people too, kind of. They're kind of like psychic type of people too, and they're looking at me weird. I agree, I'm weird.
Right, but the dragon had showed us some stuff that we're trying to get out. I mean, it's making a major difference in my sleep. What we did was we took a little plate of copper. We just had some copper. I know most people have copper laying around. I don't know what to tell you. Get you a piece of copper, but we took a piece of copper and we grounded a screw. They went down into the ground, and then the wire goes up into our bed. But on that plate, I lay down a certain rock at night because the problem we've been having, and a lot of people are having, is when they're sleeping, your soul, if it's not staying down in your body, then it's either working or being used or just not resting at night. And then you'll wake up feeling tired. Yeah, floating away. Mm-hmm. And then you'll feel tired. Oh, Mike Martin? All right.
Mike
that's
Martin.
Cool. It's great to see Mike.
I see your comment already. We're on this topic. That's a good topic. He's talking about the Maker's Mark.
Maker's Mark?
That's a topic alone.
Well, this is a gift from a giant. We'll have to fill you in on that one. Yeah, lots of this is a gift from a Bigfoot, all 3 parts
together.
We went out and we were on a 4-wheeler a few weeks ago and come back to our 4-wheeler and it's sitting right there like I didn't see it. Yeah. Anyway, it's a gift. I had to glue this piece on here, but
it.
Complete shell, guys. Which is
I've never heard of the bottom. It was solid.
Yeah, this piece this piece we never had to come on. But anyway, let me get off topic.
Okay. I know.
Get all excited, start talking about weird stuff.
Let's talk about everything.
Okay, so anyway. Okay, what were we talking about? We were on the dragons and the energy. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, I that's found 3 rocks for me, and what's the one I use mostly? What was using? I've changed now because
Tourmaline.
tourmaline. Yeah, I'd put tourmaline on there. Like I said, a lot of people are having problems with sleeping. All of us were going through the same symptoms: achy shoulders, achy bodies, basically like stray energy or something. I don't really know what it was, and not sleeping good. And I put that rock on there the first time. We've been doing this for almost a week now, probably.
It may be longer, but yes,
maybe a week or two
on
the grounding, putting this little rock on my little copper tray,
week and a half,
and I sleep so much better. I wake up and I feel like, I've actually had to tone down and put a different rock on there, but we're excited to tell people about this. And like I said, this is stuff that you're going to get from the dragons. You got to understand the bodies of these dragons. You've got the Appalachian dragon, and you got, like this is in the United States, and the Rocky dragon. Their bodies are stone now, right? They laid down. It's a long story of what happened to the dragons on this planet, but anyway, they laid down, and so they are they're all these stones and stuff. They come from dragons, from their bodies, and like I said, since they're the ones that set up the ley lines, they're the ones dragons are the experts on energy.
They were during the dinosaur age. So it gives you an idea. It's before the dinosaur extinction. And the same thing with the dragons. They got extinct. Not that they got extinct, but they were hugging Mother Earth to heal Mother Earth. So they laid down the lines of Mother Earth.
Yeah.
So that's where that came about.
Well, the night that, I guess, or the time that the Moldak energy came, that's when the dragons laid down the Appalachian. And we're just talking about the United States, the Appalachian and the Rocky one. And everything on Earth knew something bad's coming.
When the dragons laid down, everything got many things that were walking in spirit got the sense of, something's about to go down, because the dragons are all laying down and they're covering certain areas up or something like that. So many good creatures are fallen spirit went underneath the dragons, like underneath a hen, a chicken, to a peep. He went underneath the dragon, and that's how those beings survived.
That's how a lot of the beings survived,
being underneath the dragons.
Right.
Cobalt asked, "How they sound so big? How do they survive?"
The dragons.
Yes.
Well, see, that was before the moon that they drug in, and when they drug that moon in, we have 40 days of rain. By the way, I wonder where that came from. That's how we had 40 days rain.
Blood rain too. Blood rain or something.
Blood
like
rain, red rain. I wouldn't be surprised because they probably carried a lot of that Mars.
And that was also the mud floods.
But that was before the moon. This planet wasn't so dense. The push pull from the moon has created we live in a very hard world. You notice how we have hot winters. We live in a hard world. And all the smaller celled creatures, all the large celled creatures like dinosaurs and all that, they all died. Hey, Scarborough. So all the large cell, that's where the extinction came from. When the moon came in, the density of the moon, the push pull on the Earth changed the density that was of life that could live here on this Earth. And so your dinosaurs, they all died because they were large cells.
And not just that, there was less water on Earth too. Keep that in mind, because right now you see the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean being filled up with water. Well, at the time, there were just creeks and river streams, so it's down that area. So all that was mountainous areas.
And then you get the 40 days of rain. That came from, rain, I guess it was probably.
It's been like an off and on over the centuries.
Well, that's the thing is, let's go to, she was asking about the dinosaurs. So that's the dragons. Right.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, back then, it's kind
of. They didn't really survive.
They didn't really survive. No, but no. See,
they decided.
Hold on a second, everybody. Give me a second.
Yeah.
The dragons, at that time, there were so many large-celled creatures on the planet that the only place they could land get down was on the top of mountain peaks. That's how crowded the Earth was with large-celled dinosaurs and huge things. Because again, there was no moon, so we didn't have the push-pull, so we didn't have the densities. So large-celled creatures could survive. And then after that moon came, which, by the way, that moon was a battleship. You guys watch Star Trek and all that stuff. That moon was the battleship from Moldak. It was actually armed and had defense systems and all kinds of stuff. And everybody knows that most people know that the moon's hollow, but it's actually was a defense system and it was out for, I think, 150 million years. It was floating around. They brought it into Earth. As you know, these things took over lots of time. So let's see. It kind of answered the question on what at the time, or how the dragons lived and how they were so big.
I could fill in a little bit of that. The dragons, they're the ones that carried the way. So they carried the way of all the planets and energy lines of all that, Milky Way and all that. The dragons carried. So they were extraterrestrial flying beings, and they still are. And the ones that decided to die on the Earth is the ones that laid down and made the lines on Earth. So every time the dragons came down to check out Earth and seeing how the creation is coming through for God's plan, for how that works out somehow, all that. But every time they come down, they come through the atmosphere and see that all lands are filled. So they land on top of a mountain peak and then they fly off. But that's what I was shown as a vision, what the dragons were doing.
I want to talk about things, but let's talk about certain things. I'm afraid half the chat room would just go, "I'm out of here," but I'm going to talk about it. I don't care. Wow. That the first this is what we got from I think it's from God. The first thing that God created was a dragon because he wanted to fly, and then so he was flying around on his dragon, wasn't he?
Yeah, you got to think about it. God had to create something that, like a man would like to ride a horse, go over the plains or something like that. Something where you could travel far distance, like cars nowadays. Man created cars, we're building something we could travel on. So God had to think about something that he could go a long distance without much energy for himself. So he built a dragon that can carry God. That's a big load. That's what I saw felt.
I have to throw that one in there.
So he created dragons first. He was hovering over the firmament. He was hovering on his dragon over the firmament. Kind of puts a different thought on it.
Just like Mike said, God said it into existence.
Okay, and since Mike said that, let's talk about sound. This is the only planet with sound, people. We are the center of all creation. Everything that was created here. The things that they are trying to keep hidden from us is just insane. I mean, can you imagine if people understood that this is the only planet with sound? God spoke it into existence. Everything, I mean, you wonder why is all the ETs use telepathy? Because they don't have sound on their planets. And a lot of humans believe, well, that must mean we're low tech and they're high tech. No.
They don't got sound because of the oxygen. Oxygen carries sound. Many other elements do not carry sound that I know of still. I still don't think we found any other element that carried sound. They can have vibrations go through it, but it's not the sound or something like that.
But you gotta have oxygen. You're rolling off the chat. We'll just roll with comments because I'd rather do that because I mean we do talk about. See, right now I'll just say what you got more. Let me just say this.
Yeah. You go right in.
I mean many of you know us, and we know that we started off in studying Bigfoot and researching Bigfoot, and that kind of got us spiritually into getting some spiritual eyes. When you realize there's something running down the creek, and it's not human and it's two-legged, you start thinking, you can start researching spiritual stuff, and then we started going out in the woods, and then we're having all kinds of events happen to us. But over time, in the last couple of years, Matt started demonstrating that he could basically talk to trees. And then over time, we had a Bigfoot come along, and I'm going to try to condense the story real quick. When he was younger, he asked God to cut it off, all the voices, because he couldn't walk by a tree without trees yelling at him. He couldn't walk anywhere because of all the voices, because he could hear everything and he could read the energy. So anyway, he asked God to cut it off, and then he had that dream where basically God put a stamp on his forehead, bam, and it went quiet. and he wanted it to be quiet for a long time, and it was quiet for a long time. But once we had those experiences, we started, like I say, started talking to trees, and we were very reluctant about coming out because we didn't even understand, you know, are we, is that demonic? We didn't know. We had to really slow down. And we luckily we started talking to Chloe and some other people that have psychic abilities. Bear Claw, she's a reader. She can see. There's so many people that are in this chat room that I know that have abilities, but they've helped us kind of come out and talk more. And anyway, Scott came along. That was a Bigfoot. Scott's taught us so much about, mainly, a lot of Scott's messages are about fallen spirit. All the things that you'd want to hear is,
that's meant to be good.
Family stuff, family oriented, teaching us a whole lot of things, getting back to nature, grounding, teaching us so much stuff that,
Well, many ETs had fallen because they weren't grounded to family. They didn't do stuff for those around them.
Well, then then Matt talked to, and then eventually after Scott came in, it was George the Giant. Now, George the Giant was involved in an incident up in Kentucky. He basically came down that night when we were attacked, which was, I think it was some kind of ET attacks, not actually a Bigfoot. And he jumped off a mountain, boom, and he come down the mountain. Anyway, we had a psychic friend at that time. That was Michelle. And Michelle she went there. And of course, when she first met him, she ran. She could do that remote viewing. So she ran, of course, but she did go back because she was very nervous about talking. The first time she'd never seen a giant. And so anyway, that's when we met George, and he's 178.
Yeah, now.
And so, and George and Scott, the Bigfoot, is 18. Anyway, so George also taught us so much about energy and the earth and a lot of things, and we try to share all that stuff. And there was much time after that. I think the next event was Scorpion King.
That's the next one.
Scorpion King is in Revelations. The reason he had got involved is because we have a friend that was up in Kentucky, and he was having problems with Bigfoot. So we talked to our Bigfoots, Scott, and about, hey, can you check on him and help him out? And so Scott went up there, and there was something messing with our friend. And at the time, we're talking Scorpion Kings from Revelation. We didn't know what that was. And Scott followed it all the way to West Virginia. And we were doing a live where you were actually seeing through your eyes the events of Scott grabbing that tail of the Scorpion King and trying to swing him and hit a tree, and he spun and kind of
the hairs of the Scorpion King's tail were crinkly, very crinkly, so it tore up his hand a good bit.
Go to Revelations 9 if you want a description of the Scorpion King. But anyway, so Scorpion King left, but what happened was Scorpion King come to talk to George about this event, and then George came to talk to Scott the Giant, and we're come to find out, it was a big misunderstanding. It was a screw up because Scorpion King works for God. Reading Revelations, what he does is he amps up people's, and nowadays you're going to see a lot more people amped up. He amps you up. He's either, if you want anger, he's going to give you anger. If he does a lot of that. I mean, of course, he gets you off the fence.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are going to get pushed off the fence, if you're living like that. But anyway, so then Scorpion King came along, and we were talking to those three for months. And then I think the next one that came in was the dragon, the Appalachian dragon. And the Appalachian dragon really started teaching us a lot about energy and stuff, but also taught us about a place here in Tennessee that's underground where there's a substance like an algae. And it's where that's we learned about that originally from George. No, from Scott about the vacation spot.
Now, yes, that's where he traveled to vacation.
Yeah.
But then I started talking to the ranger that was down there So
Okay,
that's
yeah.
another
Well, I
one.
won't bring up the Ranger in a
That's
minute.
how
I'm
we
gonna bring up the
started
Ranger in a
talking
minute.
all about
I want
that.
to bring.
Yeah.
Let me go. Let me
Yeah,
bring up the
good.
Ranger in a minute. So
Yeah, I don't
we had
have
made
to.
a delivery. We'd sold some batteries, and we took them down near Chattanooga, and we stopped, and we happened to be in that area, and we come to find out that's where Scott and his family vacation.
Mhm.
It's a place underground where you can heal yourself. You can who?
Off the wall,
Off the
preppers
wall.
in.
All right, cool.
Hey, heck yeah.
So anyway, he had
Ninja
you keep
Dave.
Hey man,
hey Ninja Dave.
how you
We're
doing?
sitting here
Bigfoot.
just trying to catch up and get some stuff off our chest that we've been sitting on for like ever. Okay,
Yeah.
so wait, let me
Sorry. Yeah,
please
go.
try
Yeah,
to. You keep
okay.
knocking me off my kind of focus line. I'm gonna have a hard time getting this out.
Yes.
So we went down there, sell some batteries, Chattanooga. We went down to this place. Scott was telling us about that's a vacation spot. It's a place underground. Now I'm going to tell everybody where it's at, just because I'm not going to hold anything, because I don't want to hold nothing. I'm tired of holding these things. What's it called? Lake Lost City?
Yeah, Lost Sea.
Lost
The
Sea.
Lost Sea.
Lost Sea down in Athens, Georgia. I mean, Athens, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Anyway, Lost Sea. It's down
Sweetwater
there. Now,
area.
it's the second largest underwater lake in the world, right? That they know of. Anyway, if you ever go to Lost Sea, it's down here. Now you can go in, you take this ride down, they get an elevator thing and walk, and they go down, you got boats and they ride around. It's really cool. Well, the thing is, 3.5 miles out from radius from that location, there is a 7-mile trail that goes down, tunnel that goes down to this area. And that's basically the nuts of the dragon. It's the best way I can put it. That's where that location is. Anyway, it's algae. And that algae heals. There was at the beginning when we started talking to the dragon, we learned about 2 guys that came back that went down. There's a lot of glowing creatures and things down there. Now, this is, anyway, a couple of them. One guy was really a good heart fighter and all that stuff. So they actually brought him back to surface. He was dead, but they put that algae on him and it raised him again. Okay, it raised him from the dead. And now, just should I start with the Rangers or just put that off later? Because Brett, how do I talk about that?
You don't have to go like you did with the Scott and Bigfoot. You don't have to go into the details.
Okay. Well, I mean, guys, back in the 30 years ago, they've been down there 30 years. There's guys down there been there 30 years. They were military. The military went down. A bunch of Rangers went down.
Rangers.
Or there were 10 or 15 of them.
Yeah. The mount that you were having a flank. What do you call it?
A flight.
Flight.
The military sent those guys down. They're still down there. We've been talking to them with telepathy. They're trying to figure out. See, there's so many parts to trying to explain all this. That place down there, there's these berries. They're like coconuts.
Yeah, there's coconuts and then there's berries.
Okay, well, let's talk about the coconuts. And if you go down there, it's a spiritual world.
It's physical.
It's but just spiritual.
You will be literally in spirit.
Everything is like everything would be an acid trip, because everything you touch, you're going to be
the air.
Yeah, you even breathe in the air, you're going to be tripping down there. This place is just a trip. And anyway, those guys, like I said, we recently talked to them, and they're still down there. And you had talked to Mother Gaia. I didn't tell that we are talking to Mother Gaia. She came in. Mother Gaia. Listen, the dragon came in last.
Then it was Mother Gaia.
Then Mother Gaia recently.
The dragon.
And just a couple of days, it was Archangel Michael has come in.
It was God himself.
One.
Okay, we're back.
Okay, we're just buffering.
Yeah, we had a buffer.
Buffering.
Yep, we're all good.
Okay, I see Sasquatch. I'm just looking at it. Okay, so like I said, we're trying to dump a whole lot. We're just going to dump it out. Okay, so we're talking about that area. That's something the dragons had taught us, and Scott. And now Scott's out. He's out right now. He's been working a lot out in the Rockies.
Yes.
And Scott's one of our Bigfoot friends. He's working with the clans out there. I'll call him, he's only 18, but I still call him like a diplomat, because he really, the Western clans are a lot different than the clans out, this on the East Coast. And some of the things I know he's doing is he's been helping a lot of the Bigfoots that got stuck in trees.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's one of the side things that he's been doing.
this is one of the side things. Oh, he does all kinds of stuff. He's
Yeah.
up and down.
He's literally, just think about it this way: like Jesus walking in spirit, and how many things had happened behind him. That's pretty much the same thing with Scott. You know, he just walking in spirit. He sees something in front of him, he fixes it, and then moves forward.
Yeah, he definitely.
With everything.
Yeah, that's one thing that Scott, Georgia, they
Anybody.
will all teach you is to walk in spirit, follow spirit. You know, which is the right thing. You know.
Yeah, can I tell you that part when the Bigfoot giant, the giant jumped down? He was walking in spirit. He jumped down and he felt like he had to make a sound whenever he jumped down this hill, this cliff. Did it, made a big solid thud, and then he came coming down the hill. Whenever he finally stops, I was like holding the revolver, thinking it could be anything else at the time. But he stopped whenever I started putting my thumb on the hammer to pull it back, and he stopped right then. And he was following spirit from what I could tell. And he stood there for a good 5 minutes or more, and then here comes a woodpecker, and the woodpecker was just going crazy above us, and then he started flying that way, and finally went around the whole valley. He finally went away, and that's the way I see that Bigfoot thing going, because I never heard him ever again throughout the rest of the night. The giant, so he was following spirit, told by spirit by a woodpecker to head on back out. You're not needed here no more. He cleared out the area. That's pretty much what I felt. That's how you follow spirit, right? That's one that.
Erica wants to know: do you feel a spirit by your side to the left?
I mean, I had the chills of something on my left side, so
yeah,
I don't know what it is.
Well, I'm trying to get to the point. So we do Matt does channel all those. So if you guys had any questions from about a giant, Bigfoot, any of those things, they're great. They're always willing to help us. They're always willing to tell us anything. I don't think they've ever hidden anything from us.
Mm-hmm.
We're at that time in the world where things are coming out quickly and unfolding fast.
Mm-hmm.
And we definitely, I went pretty fast. I think I covered. I just wanted to let you know that that's where we're at. We are covering a lot of stuff. I mean, we have rental properties and we do that kind of stuff, but we've been just, I don't know, something's going on in so a lot of the stuff we're doing has just been parked and stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any questions in there, sweetie?
Yes.
Because I'd be glad to talk to you.
Yes, Scarborough actually had a question.
Good to see Scarborough.
Yeah, he had asked a question a while back. He wanted to know, where did it go? Of the up in Kentucky, when you guys were talking about the dragon stuff, he was saying, was Kentucky an inland sea long ago? And also said plenty of interdimensional dragons in the sky clouds above.
Okay.
I haven't heard the Kentucky being an inland sea. Do we have a sea underneath the mountain ridge? Yes, I feel that.
We have heard that Kentucky, that one Mammoth Cave, runs all the way up to the North Pole.
Yes,
we have heard that one.
I heard that one, and that was from
that was George.
Yeah, George, because he travels the long, big caves. George gets into that. He moves the big boulders to get into them. That's what George does.
Yeah. We have a cave here that we like to go to, and George was telling us that there's a lake, and I've heard about it, but we can't access it. But there's a lake below.
You used to brought your canoe down to it.
And so I was making fun of George, and I said, well, I've got a giant as a friend, so but he actually told us, well, if you follow spirit, it wouldn't take much work. We could actually find our way to get down in there. George can tell you a lot more, I think, about the earth. I mean, George was recently, let's talk about this a little bit, since you kind of brought up the giant. He had, you want to talk about where he went to Australia. He went down and saw Chloe.
He carried Scott on
Scott
his back.
was a Bigfoot, and Scott was standing on his back, you know.
Yeah, he'd be like, his head would be like right here to the size of George. His head's like right here.
Scott went to Australia with George. They had to. He crossed the Pacific, right? He swam across it.
Mhm.
Now you had to ask to get right. You have to ask.
Yeah, George actually had to ask rights from God if he can cross the Pacific Ocean.
Right, because there is restrictions God has on everything as far as what they can do.
I think it was also asking for a blessing. May the travel be good too. You know, it's a two-way conversation with that one. It would say, asking, do I have the rights? And also, since I have the rights, if possible, may you bless my path. So that's what I'm saying now.
Right. But the thing was, you know, we were sitting around and we would just call up someone and say, hey, George, how you doing today? We haven't talked to you in a while. And George had between Hawaii and Mexico, he had swam down to a cave, and he can hold his breath for an hour. George can. He's a giant, but he can hold his breath for an hour. He swam down to a cave, and he came up, and he was telling us all about it. He came up, and he eventually had to squeeze through some tight holes, but he came up where there was land, and it was slippery, and he was trying to get up on the land.
Algae.
And so then there was algae.
Dang algae.
Dang algae. And there was two lights, tunnels.
Yeah, two different lights. One like a yellowish glow, and a green light, or something like that.
Yeah,
green, blue, purple type of.
That
type of coloring.
So he was traveling at the time, and a couple of days later, we're like, hey, George, what are you up to? And I mean, it took him a day or so to get where he was going in those tunnels. So
to figure out what he's doing, yeah.
Yeah. So eventually we do get back in touch with him, and he's hanging out with a bunch of giants.
At that, yeah.
And he'd been talking to us, and they had a big. What was really neat is the giants realized. What did the giants realize? That they had a chance.
If you're alive, you have a chance. That's for all species and all creatures that's on Earth. If you're alive, it's a forgiveness. So if you ever have a feeling that you're unforgivable, if you're alive, you have a chance.
Right.
When you died, deal has been made. You know, type of deal. So that's what shown me. So I mean, if you did good, your deal has been made.
So there's a whole lot of giants down there, and I think there was a big understanding that they all came to. And giants party, they have a good time, you know. So does Bigfoots, they have a great time. You know, Bigfoots recently, Bear Claw could confirm all this stuff. They had a big gathering here in Smoky Mountains, and I know Scott's dad came down from Canada, and I think Bear Claw was telling the whole. She's got so much information on the Bigfoots and their communities. Her being in like that family, she got to be a lot more careful what she speaks, because she's got a different relationship than we do.
Yeah,
she's all like their tribe and their clan. So I mean, I know that she has to watch it, because she's got access to information that, you know, a lot of people don't have. But anyway, so what were we just talking about? George, and he went down there. Okay.
Yeah, went in and found out that that these guys have a chance for forgiveness.
Right.
And they're like, woo woo! They all cheered and
yeah. Let's see what's happening. We got George. Would you like to talk about? Would you guys like to talk about any? Yeah. Let's. Now that I just want to get a base laid out that we channel all these things.
Yeah.
You channel all these things, and if we don't know, we'll be glad to. If we don't know, we'll be glad to ask. You know.
Yeah, Mike. He said woodpeckers are great soul detectors.
Oh, wow.
Well, we definitely had one that night that screamed and yelled the whole night out that morning, when we realized we were not going to die, that we were still alive. The night we got attacked in Kentucky.
About more than 3 hours, from what I can gather, from my memory. Maybe 2, but still.
But yeah, if you guys have anything you want to talk about, because we're wide open. We don't really have. I mean, we could talk. I could talk your ears off.
Yes.
But
you
I'd
can.
rather, yeah, I could talk your ears off. I'd rather, talk about things that you guys might be interested in. If there's anything that we could, any question you got or any thoughts.
Henry Nelson came in. So hello, Henry, and he said, "Is that
Yeah, that's
why
Henry.
woodpeckers are around? That they're soul detectors?" Good one. Don't know.
So
Yeah, I don't know that much about woodpeckers except for the fact that they were raising cane.
well, I do remember I was talking about like fallen spirit, and the woodpecker guided him, the giant, out of the
John
woods.
P's in.
Hey,
Right.
John P.
John.
He's on the phone.
John's on the phone.
Much love, man. So following spirit, woodpecker follow the spirit. I think I saw that all creatures and people follow spirit, but many choose not to. You know, the woodpeckers. I think that was just a sign. Spirit will guide. Just throw a hummingbird to show you your ancestors there or something like that. You know, so that's what I saw. What the woodpecker was doing for the giant at the time.
And thank you guys for coming and sitting around with us. Our channel, we don't do very much on YouTube. We don't very do much on Facebook, and just to have people come out and hang out with us, I figured we might have one or two people.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys for coming to hear us, because it definitely makes it nicer to try to talk about things if someone comes to listen. So that's awesome. Thank you.
You got 11 people in here. That's awesome.
Yeah. Bearclaw asks, are able to understand with orbs, are they spiritual? I know, but do you know or understand?
That was new information about the orbs. I gotta remember this one.
Okay.
Orbs. I mean, yes, we do know about the spirits being carried in the orbs. I'm trying to remember about the detail. Those are. You remember them?
About orbs?
Yeah. What do you remember?
I don't know.
It was about like a week ago.
About an orb?
Yeah.
Orbs. I mean, I don't know much about orbs. I mean, I know a lot about orbs. I took a lot of pictures of them, but I don't know anything about. I don't know. I mean, we used to study orbs. We used to go to graveyards, and you take 2 pictures, and the first picture they're there, the second picture they're gone, and you can turn around, take a picture of a headstone, take 2 pictures, 1, 2, they're gone, 1, 2, and we have folders of orbs. So we did a lot of orbs research. We stopped because I realized one day I had my kids standing in a graveyard with their hand out saying, "Come and let's get your picture." And I realized we're going to end up getting something attached to us, or something. And at that time, I mean, that was it. I said, no more. We quit. But we can, as far as orbs, I could tell you stuff like for example, this one church down the road here, there's a green one that lives there. Because you can go there and you can take pictures and you will find this green one specifically to that graveyard. And then there's another graveyard over here, one that we call Pikachu, like exploding like star or way up in the tree, but that one's always up there. That's what I do know, is that they are like, they must be some spirit, because they are actually located in areas specific to whatever they're, maybe where they're, I don't even know. Like I said, we used to do graveyards because you catch a lot of orbs in graveyards. But also as truck drivers, I used to stop on the exit when going to California every week.
She even says, remember, orbs are also spirit.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured that, because if they actually do have locations that they're happy at.
Yeah.
And they're there.
They're lingering spirit. Okay, now I'm remembering now. They're lingering spirits that they on the other side of the light. for many reasons within themselves to say no, I don't want to go in the lights. You know, free will for everybody.
Well, let's talk about going into the light. There's 2 lights.
Go ahead.
Right?
Yeah, that was.
I mean, everybody used to talk about. Okay.
Hey, Henry.
Heck
yeah.
All right. Cool. Where you at? You got me looking again.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway. Hey, Mr. Jim. There he is. What are we talking about?
Two different types of lights.
Okay, there's 2 different types of lights. You guys all remember talking about the trap, the soul trap, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We got to talk about that because it's not a trap, but it does exist. On the moon, there is a density machine in the center. And I kind of complained to some of the orbs, like, why, or some of the ETs.
You complained to the dragon.
Dragon?
Yeah, you complained to the dragon.
Me and the dragon. The dragon got a good sense of humor.
They're funny.
But I kind of was like, why is that thing still running? Inside the moon, there is, I want to say it like this because I want to say it nice. I don't want people to think it's a trap. I don't want fear in people because that's not what we're trying to do here. The Earth is kind of like a crib for that don't know themselves, that have not come to realize they are, I am. Like the dragon was the one that really taught us this.
Yes.
Because, we talked to the spirit of the Appalachian dragon. His body is the Appalachian Mountains. And I had asked him, well, don't you want to be live again? And he's like, no. Because see, that's the purpose, is now he knows he is. Well, now he's in spirit and he knows what we call I am. He knows he is. See,
he knows he's a spirit in a spirit realm.
Right. But
what more do you need to know? That's what he was saying.
So he does. That's basically
free will of the spirit.
Well, there's 2 paths to go and to come back if you want. One is that density machine that's in the middle of the moon. It basically will put you back in the crib, because if you don't know yourself, or you don't know God, or I'm trying to figure out how to do it, it just automatically kind of puts kids back in the cribs because they're actually that immature. They they need to come back, but that's like an automatic system that hasn't been turned off. But if you go 60 degrees to the left and hit that light, then you go to God, and that's where and even there, it's not a judgment. A lot of, we have on Earth, we have all these disembodied souls that are all afraid they're going to go to hell, they're going to be judged, and they won't go into the light. And a lot of them are wanting to go into the light because they go into the wrong light. Not like I said, I'm not going to build fear up, because now that you know this, there's no reason to fear.
I could totally take out the fear with the
understanding. Well, go ahead. What you have?
From what I was saying is the light, the moonlight. When you go into it, what it will do is you have free will as a spirit to travel anywhere as you want. So the spirits are coming to know light. They come to see this light. They're dead, and they have to figure out if they want to linger, go into a light, or however. So they were given a question when they look at the light of the moon. They were given the question of, do you want to renew yourself? It's a renewal light. So you go into this light and you come back to Earth, you'll have no memory. It'll be like the Men in Black flash pan, no memory of what happened in your past life. And then you're able to start fresh and new. And then you got the other light, the 60 degrees from the moon. That light is the one that holds the balance, where you at in your spirit? Where is the new direction for you? You can go to, now when you're looking at this light, you can find out if you want to go to Mars, Venus, Jupiter. You can go to any other solar system and stuff like that. You can get help spiritually living a different type of life, and then that's why you're getting put on a scale between your heart and a feather. That's where that comes from.
The Egyptians had it right. They just became priests and controlling, and this is how we can help you navigate the afterlife.
I can tell you if you've been in hell or
a lot of the same stuff we're dealing with now is priests and high, people that, there's good. Don't get me wrong. There's good. There's definitely good God people.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of corruption always whenever we're talking how to get saved and how not to die and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, there is a bunch of questions coming in, so we're gonna start filling questions now.
Honeyholic says, "Do you believe our passed on loved ones come in our dreams to leave us a message?"
Go ahead. You say something, then I'll say something.
Yeah.
I know we both have comments on that.
Oh yeah. So your past loved ones, yes, they can come through your dreams. They can come through other animals. They can actually be reborn into an animal, and when they get born into this animal, they'll live around you. And the problem with one of the issues of that sometimes is whenever you're traveling a lot, your spirit, your ancestor spirit that passed away, lived into this body of like a cardinal. If you keep on moving around other states, it'll be hard for that cardinal to keep finding you.
Oh, yeah.
But if you move back to that area, the cardinal will be there for you, type of deal, But also how spirit works, free will. You got places you gotta go. And usually your ancestors will see that you're about to move, so I ain't gonna,
take a
form here. I'll take a form where you're gonna move to for a long time. Right? For at least how long they live.
Okay. And now let me add to what her question was.
Yeah.
Her question was basically, does your family
Past loved ones.
Okay. So here's some stuff that we found out. Of course, you have a lot of guides. I'm going to call them guides. And you got everything from Jesus as a guide. He's a spirit, and then he's real. And that is true. Everything about Jesus. You've also got your grandma. You got your grandfather. You've got so many guides on the other side, so many people that look over you and know you and care for you. For example, if your pets die, all your pets in your life is being taken care of by one of your relatives right now. When you go to heaven, all your pets, there's a whole lot of beautiful stuff that they don't tell anything. But anyway, that's true. And your guides, and like he was saying, like my grandmother, she was Cherokee Indian, but she came back once as a dragonfly.
Mm-hmm.
She came back as a dragonfly to play with the kids, and the kids didn't really get it.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but just to show you how things work out. She came as a hummingbird. And my grandfather, he came back as a bear.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I ain't taking those small little things. And he liked it because he got to sleep all winter long.
Yeah.
So
belly full during the summer and then sleep all winter. He's like, man, that's lots of us.
So
habitat.
So I mean, that's the one thing a lot of people don't know is they have spiritual family. You have so many spiritual family. I think it's so important that people realize you call your family, call your friends. You know, they'll help you. They'll give you chills on your back when you need to turn around. They will they'll give you these, they'll help you. But you got, we have a lot of people that love us, and we all have a lot. Well, there's already one assigned to you.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's already one that's to you, a spiritual guide, basically an angel. There's already one of those, and then you got all your family guides, and
Bear Claw says your guardian angel is your family.
Is your family, right?
That's what the Bigfoot's always.
And that's the thing is family. There's only one
Yeah.
family that's ever been. Only one family that ever will be. That's family. Everything else is not a family. You're either in a family, which would be God's family, the family of love, or you're not in a family.
You're not in a family.
There's a lot of people that think they're in families, but there's only one family. That's God's family.
And that's what the Scorpion King comes in. Whenever the family is not family, so he'll come in to energize your energy.
Yeah.
Negatively or positively. However, it needs to be set for family to come either back to love or find love.
Right.
So
our reader for our questions just ran off.
Jeez, mothers.
That doo-doo here.
Okay. The doo-doos had to go take a break. You got another question?
No, they're all pretty much all saying everybody.
I think there's highs, but I think the people do have some. I see some. I just don't want to go out of order.
Yeah, like Henry and stuff.
Yeah, there's plenty there.
Well, Henry just said, I go up on the mountain and talk with God there. If I can't get up there, I sit by the stream and talk with God.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Getting inside family.
That's good.
And also Henry says, always need that money, churches.
Jesus.
Oh, sorry.
Mhm.
Ninja Dave actually said, what does a red ball of light or orb mean when you see one cross in front of you?
Yeah. Now, let's just say about Ninja Dave. Ninja Dave has seen some stuff in his time.
Yeah, we
And,
talked to him physically. He's been on our property. We talked to him.
yeah, Ninja's been
Yeah.
out here, and he's got an eye like I ain't ever seen. I go through the woods
Yes.
and I don't look because I'm just, they could be a Bigfoot standing right by me and I'll walk past him.
Yeah. And
But not Dave.
Dave would be like, dude, there's a Bigfoot standing right beside you. Yeah, me and Dad'd be like, yeah, I'm not gonna look. No, I'm gonna go back to the house.
But Dave, yeah, you have, when you bring Dave comes around, I love going up in the woods with him because he finds stuff that I would like. He showed us one time. Dave showed us one time. I want to talk about Dave for a second.
Yeah.
Dave showed us one time. He had this. There was this tree, and it had holes in it. Right. It was kind of dead hollow tree. And he showed us. Well, this is how Bigfoot's. This tree, for example, was how they would. And Dave actually did it. He get up and in one hole went, whoo, and he hollered through it, and the sound went up and went that way.
Went behind him.
Yeah.
And then went to this other hole and actually did went forward or to the right.
Yeah. I mean, who would ever think about doing stuff like that?
Like, what?
They
I walked around and I was like, I gotta test this. No way.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, do another holler.
So I mean,
holler, and there it goes.
He's seen so much. Well, Dave hangs out with Janice so much. They've had years of, and he's hung out with
You saw a Bigfoot fall out of a tree.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Over at our property.
I've heard stories. I tell Dave stories. Dave's got stories. I won't even tell his stories.
Yeah, he saw that
because there's so many that,
like a spider.
He's like us. He has a hard time telling people because their eyes are gloss over because it's just it's some of the stuff that it's spiritual stuff that you wouldn't even tell too many people because they think you're crazy like us.
Yeah.
But anyway, do you know anything about the red orb?
Red orb.
The tree with a loudspeaker. That's what Henry just said.
Like, tree with a loudspeaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool. I can show you the tree up there, but they know how to do stuff like that. And you ever would think
we're supposed to record it, but I don't know what happened to our recording device at the time.
Right.
I mean,
no, on the red orbs, I can't tell you, but this is back when we used to study orbs. Green was like I said, it's just what I used to read. This ain't nothing. I'll tell you the difference between opinion. This is opinion because I don't know. Because this is stuff I've read. This ain't something we've got from a reading or we've talked to someone that we trust and got. But I know green was kind of like people have got stuff out there. Green is supposed to be kind of like evil.
A green could be envy or it could be living, depending on what type of color green it is. Right. Could be positive or it could be dirty sickness. It could be sickness, positive or sickness. Living or sickness, yeah. So you gotta watch out for that.
But a red orb.
Red orb.
Now we do know about we can talk about the blue orb Bigfoot stuff.
Red usually comes in more anguish, angers, or very strong in what they know. So there's two types of red. They're solid, strong for what they know, or they could be very red in anger.
Can I say
That's
one
what I
thing
see.
about Honey Holicket? She goes, "Thank you so much. So my two sons that passed on would be my guardian angels."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that's the thing is, what I thought that once you went into the light, that you basically couldn't return. But we found out that if you have family business, right, you can come back. So yeah, your sons are more than likely will come down because if they got family business. And like I said, now that you know that should that helps you. I had recently my father-in-law died, and me and Matt were sitting in the truck, and Georgia Bulldog fan, red, right? All that kind of stuff.
Right.
We were sitting in a truck, and we just backed in our truck. We backed up. We sat there. We stopped. Matt was in the passenger seat. I was driving. We just cut the truck and we sat there. I don't even know what we were
Just
talking.
stopped.
Just stopped. Anyway, a red Cardinal lands right on my wiper blade.
Wiper blade.
Looks at me, and I felt his energy because I know how he is. He's kind of a, hey, what you doing, man?
Hey.
He's a Georgian,
Yeah.
right? You know, all those guys. And he looked at Matt. He looked back at me.
Mhm.
And so we come to
Yep.
find out, I don't know if I haven't asked, but did he ever, I think he was going to come back as a Cardinal eventually. I think we've got some baby ones around here. So I don't know why you
But
hang
we
around.
have more. than
Yeah, we got a lot
had
of
before.
Cardinals around here.
Yeah.
And like you said, a lot of times they
Yes.
do take Cardinals.
Mhm.
You know, I guess that's one of the well-known things that when a Cardinal visits, a lot of times it is a relative.
Mhm.
I don't know why they pick Cardinals, but they do. A lot of times they do.
Mhm.
So, and the dragonflies, of course, that's the dragonflies.
Yeah, dragonflies is interesting. There's
The dragonfly's
couple
got
things
first of all,
about it.
dragonfly
go ahead.
has
That's
the
exactly what I was gonna
essence.
say.
The dragonfly has the essence of dragon. So all this stuff you see in the movies and Walt Disney and all this crap about dragons being evil and all these things that they're trying to pre-program people, man, don't fall for that crap.
Mhm.
Because I guarantee you, we're going to see the dragons. We're going to see the energy. This coming year, I believe, is going to be the time, or next 4 or 5 years, or whatever.
Mhm.
But I mean, I'd have to go and talk about Revelations and all that, and I might open that up here in a minute. But
Yeah, maybe.
go
But
ahead.
the revelation,
What do you want to
not
say about the
revelation,
dragons?
the
Go-
dragon. Yeah, the dragonfly carries the essence of the dragons. You know, of what once been and what created the ley lines, what created the planetaries and the alignments. That's why we have dragonflies. Nice, soft, and delicate. They're very kind, and they hover when they fly, and they can fly backwards. You know, they could glide and stuff like that.
I was-
Now they carry the essence of our ancestors on their back. That's why they have the extra wings of the dragonfly. That's why they have extra wings in the back to carry the essence of your ancestors on their back so they can ride.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dragons are cool. We're just starting to get it. Now we didn't have dragonflies around here until recently. Now we're seeing dragonflies.
This
Was
whole
it,
year.
was it one I was
Yeah.
talking about yesterday or today? When I was talking about one, I was all excited about it.
It
Remember
was, yeah, you were talking about it this morning.
Oh, I saw it yesterday. So
Yeah.
yesterday I had a dragonfly, beautiful dragonfly, got a white tail, and on his 2 wings he has these squares
Squares.
on his 2 wings. And I seen him over by the garden, and he stopped over there, and I was like, "Oh, check it out! It was so cool." I don't have a camera with me or nothing, but anyway. And so he flew closer, and let me look at him. I was like, "That is so cool!" It has black squares on his wings, 4 squares, and a white tail. The coolest thing. But yeah, so we don't only have dragonflies. We're getting dragonflies all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a lot of changes around our property as far as things like that's happening now.
Yeah. Oh, we also did a blessing with the tobacco on the top of the mountain.
Yeah,
And
that
then
really.
we did a second time today. Yesterday.
The other day we did, yeah.
2 days ago we did another blessing with the tobacco up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we got the rains.
Yeah,
we were in a little drought time period.
Yeah.
Did the blessing, and now we're like getting consistent chill rain.
And the first time we did tobacco blessings, plants that we had around here that had white flowers bloom. We have had so
plants
much.
that never bloomed before bloomed.
Yeah.
So
No way.
No problem. Yeah.
There weren't really any questions.
What were they saying though?
Oh, they were. Well, it's like Ninja Dave said. Yeah, he took off on all 4s like spider or a crab crawling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Jumped to the ground and ran.
Henry says, "I've been hearing about orbs, not seen them yet." And
pictures with a flash at night.
Yeah, pictures with a flash at night. 1 flash, second. Take 2 pictures.
1 flash.
Yeah, if you want to do that, take your old. You can use your phone. Just put a flash on, and you'll flash. You'll see the first picture. You'll see orbs, and they'll split, baby. They're gone. Second picture, there'll be nothing. Don't move your camera. That way you'll see they're here, and now they're gone.
Yeah, take 1 picture right here, another picture, same spot. The way you hold it.
Yeah,
first
then you can and just anywhere you go, you can do it, especially at night. Flash bright. You'll see orbs, all kinds of shapes, sizes, and colors. for that one picture.
Mm-hmm.
And then Henry says, my brother got the hoofs 7 times while field dressing his buck 30 yards away. He called me on that. That ain't a bear, brother.
No joke. 7 hoofs.
Jackie asks, she goes, I've heard of white doves presenting themselves before a death. What's your take
Before
on this?
death.
Before a death.
White doves.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
She said my mom's seen one before her dear friend passed.
Right.
That's interesting. Okay, I'm getting 2 things. The dove, I haven't heard about that before, but from what I'm hearing, I think from Mother Gaia, yeah. She's saying that the dove coming before a ancestor of yours passing, before your ancestor passing. Yes, that's true. And it could also be a raven, a black crow. I forgot which one it is. Ravens, I think, are usually the good signs. Crows is a meaning of a bad death coming or harsh times coming, or prepping yourself. That's what I see of the crows. The dove, it's a good dying. If there was going to be any death, it was a good death. It's an easy move to the other side when you see one of the doves.
Yeah.
I've seen plenty of doves.
There's no such thing as death, but still, we still use that word.
Physical death, yeah, that's the word I'm talking about. It's just
now
the physical body.
Let's talk about death for just a second. We've had, for example, we had 2 chickens that got their heads ripped off by a chicken hawk.
Chicken hawk.
Right now,
both of them. Yeah.
So we had one that was older, and she had wandered around. Her spirit wandered around for
about 3 days.
And she's moved on.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But she was old enough to say in spirit, to understand the spirit world.
Yeah.
Like, for example, one of my dogs, when he died, one of my other dogs was there in spirit world and licked his face.
Licked her face
when she came into
Lucy
spirit realm.
Poggy.
Right?
Yeah, Lucy licked Poggy's face in the spirit realm.
And when she woke up in the spirit
wake her
world,
up.
because she had passed that night. That kind of stuff. But anyway, there was one chicken that died. There was one chicken that was really young. And when she died, the chicken all hit her. God snatched him out.
Snatched. Before the chicken felt the pain, the spirit went. I didn't even see it on this property. That spirit was gone. But the other spirit, the other chicken, I was seeing walking around. That spirit was
too young to understand. And it just, no, you're not going to feel this. You're out of here. You just, it was a do-over.
Yeah, we're going to put you in a different scenario. Let's recuperate. Recuperate. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
We got a new sub. His name is Duke City Crew.
Hey, Duke City.
He's a new sub, and here, hello everyone in chat for Albuquerque.
All right, Albuquerque. I haven't been down there in quite a while.
Heck
yeah. Much time through Albuquerque.
Yes.
What's that song?
Oh,
Albuquerque. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's out.
a good song.
Oh, someone to know what that song.
Elf's in.
Puck
Hey,
Elf.
Puck Elf.
Hey,
What are
much
you
love.
doing up?
Gotta love Puck
yeah.
Elf.
He's solid.
He's always got something going on.
He's tinkering with things.
Yeah.
He's fun.
He's a tinkerer.
He's a tinker. He's down in Australia, down there with Chloe.
Chloe, yeah.
Ninja Dave says, I'm listening and learning. And Susie says, I really like the background on the feathers and the lighting. All really nice. The colors.
Well, thank you.
All right,
the feathers we actually got, we found them. There was a bird, and then we took. Well, we got the feathers. We picked the feathers up. And we brought them home. And
we just picked all the feathers. There was no chicken, no turkey on. There's no chicken on the ground, guys. Yeah, obviously there's turkey on the ground.
And so we picked the feathers
up,
on the ground, and then we just took some styrofoam. I think I can move this camera.
Yeah, legally. No,
so we just took layers of styrofoam and just poked them in. And you can see it's super light.
Yeah. Let's see if I
Yep,
can.
yep, you're
Yeah.
doing
There
fine.
you go.
Oh,
see on
you,
there.
you got to get away from the light. Oh.
But anyway,
Okay.
as you can see, it's just layers of styrofoam that we poke
Yeah.
it, and that's how we created it. Just a nice,
Down a little bit.
nice looking. I don't know what you would call it. These are the
Yeah.
tail feathers, and then these.
This is like the wings.
Yeah, we sent Bear Claw quite a few feathers. I still
Yeah.
got more feathers. Bear Claw, if you need any more feathers or tobacco, let us know. We'll send you more.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you, Susie, for the pointing that out.
Thank you.
One of the neat things well, it's not like I said, we found it. We got them in the woods. We brought them home. We washed them and cleaned them up, and then wanted to do something with them.
Yeah.
Duke Carew says, cool topic. I work in the death industry, so I've seen my share of the paranormal on my transports of the recently deceased. Wow, I bet.
Yeah, I would say so.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even go to a funeral home. The last time we went to a funeral home, I mean, it was actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
I'll tell the joke first.
Yeah.
Then I get to what I was really talking about. So me and Dad, his Papa passed away. So we went to this funeral home, and we saw a lot of people looking down and kind of like sad and frowny face. And first thing I know that Dad was is, what happened? Someone died in here?
I almost said it.
Almost.
Oh my gosh. I'm not allowed to go places in the public at all.
Yeah, he just said that right after we got out of the AutoZone store. So we walked into a funeral home store, or funeral home store.
Funeral home store.
Oh Lord. Okay, a funeral home. And then Dad almost said, I couldn't tell. I looked at him. I knew he was going to say it, but I wasn't sure if he was going to do it.
Yeah. Oh, you knew I was going to say it?
I knew you were going to say it. I looked at your face and you were about to.
I caught myself.
Oh.
I caught myself because I was like, gosh, I can't talk in public. I got to get out of here.
Gotta get out of here. So many people are negative energy. I don't know why. Oh, maybe I do now.
Well, I didn't really. I didn't cry. But I was happy that he was moved on. I'm happy when people get to move on. I'm not like everyone else. I know there is no such thing as death, people. You're either physical or spirit. Everybody knows that we have a spirit. So I don't know why it's just so complicated for people. And I understand that a lot of us dwell in this thing about death. There is no death. The people that you love are now out of pain and out of they're free, you know, and they're a lot of them are on the other side doing whatever they want to do, and that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
yeah, I can't get into funeral homes though, mainly for him. No,
I can't go in the public mostly.
Yeah.
I try to stay out of the public because I say things that get me in trouble.
Yeah, we were just at Ingles not too long ago, and I felt that there was a lady that was coming up, and I was about to get hit by her buggy or something like that, and I moved out of the way, and there was nothing there. So I mean, that abilities are starting to come back on. I haven't had that in forever, besides being in the funeral home not that long ago.
So Matt's my food reader.
Food reader.
Oh,
he
can read the energy on anything. So I'll pick up an avocado and I'll say, "How's this?" And he'll go, he goes, "This avocado doesn't like Tennessee because it's cold." And
or something.
Yeah, but it's good. So a chicken. I give him a chicken. I give him a Tyson chicken, and he'll tell you Tyson chicken don't eat Tyson chicken.
Chicken doesn't want to make you feel bad.
They don't want to make you feel bad. It's sad, ain't it?
Yeah.
Poor chickens.
The chicken told me that, and I'm like, you're making me feel bad.
Yeah, they make you feel bad.
But understandably, he had an abusive life,
right?
Being filled up with stuff, and
they was abused. The Tyson chickens were abused. I think they're abusing them and then that energy we eat it, and you know how it is. They
then you become like a abusive mutant, energetic DNA mutant thing.
Well, let me say something about we talked about earlier today, and I try to keep everyone over the overview. Everyone's always wondering, why are we got so much evil in this world? What is going on? What's going on? What is going on? Is it man? Who is it? ETs? What is it? And there is races of ETs and I've talked to some, and they've confirmed this. I can't talk to ET, but I've talked to people from those races that have the DNA and know this stuff. Mm-hmm. But they got so high that they lost their walk with spirit. They could form gold in their hands. You know, they wanted it. So they kind of got away from, they lost their connection to source and spirit. And so they can't reproduce. And anyway, they're coming here. They've been coming here since Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve was the, man 2.0. They came in and they've been modifying and trying to use humans to basically reproduce. So they're trying to convert humans into what they can be, which is, I don't know what you want to call it. But anyway,
yeah.
And so you're all the way up to this period, and you're talking the Elohim, and then you go into the Anunnaki, and then you go into on and on and on. But that's the big thing people need to understand is that we are still fighting. Mother Earth is still fighting off the invasion. They've been trying to put up. Orion is where a lot of stuff comes from, and that's where they're subordinates of the reptilians, and we have a lot of reptilians. The queen, she died 2012, got a new reptilian soul, and she died. She actually died in 2012, and then she ended up dying in 2022. But anyway, so that's the thing is a lot of people believe that there's that the humans are doing something wrong, but I'll let you know that we have been hijacked, and they are still trying to they're going to lose their race because they got away from it. This is the planet Earth is where they can actually try to reproduce, but they have to use human bodies, and that's where all your abductions come from, all your DNA experiments. So I mean, I think it's important that people see that and understand what's going on as far as why there's so much. They oh Lord, you get into it. There's so much to talk about, but that's the big picture. As far as why we have so much evil in this world. And that is, it's Mother Gaia. She's fought them off before. And the earth is fighting for itself now, still fighting for itself. She, I don't know, should I tell them? She's rebirthed. She birthed five.
Well, okay, hold up. I'll tell it because
you
Mother Gaia is already like saying,
okay, Mother Gaia, shush. Let Matt tell
the way she's talking to me, she talks to me like an Indian.
Yeah, she's like
regular, she's in the creek,
stirring a bowl of beans.
Got no socks or shoes on. She's in the creek. She's cleaning dishes or whatever. She's making her little knitting stuff. She's into everything, and that's how she's.
Yeah, she better off tell the story than me because I'll mess it up.
Yeah, she's like she's.
Yeah, thank you.
She's like old grandma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she is yours.
Yeah, she's grandma of everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, she creates all things.
Mother Earth has been born for the third time. Has been
birth.
Mother Earth has been birthed for the third time. For the all the beings of this earth and outside of this earth has done their ways with her, with land. So she's been birthed for the third time. And now she has birthed 5 children. See, you got to think about the bigger picture. She wants to say 3 times she's been birthed. The first time wasn't pretty when she was birthed. The second time when she was birthed. And this is the third time she's birthed. She's been rebirthed. And now she has children. Every time she has children with her other 2.
Bear Claw leaving. Bye.
Oh, bye.
Thanks, Bear Claw, for stopping in, spending some time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Great seeing you. So Mother Gaia for the third time has been birthed. The second time when she was rebirthed, she had dragons help her birth these giant beings, bigger than giants that we would perceive. they're taller than the trees, taller than the mountains. They would have stood and their foot would look like a mountain to us. That's what she just said to me. Um, that was when she birthed her children with the dragons. Now she hasn't birthed another. Well, I can't. She doesn't want to say she has or not. But she has birthed three new beings. Five new beings, three masculine and two females.
Right.
Feminines.
And the purpose of those first giants was to get rid of the gods that came to Earth.
The gods, yes. Many of the I don't want not Poseidon, but the other gods.
I'm going to say
the Greek gods, though. Many of the Greek
giants.
Gods.
These were, Anunnaki. Just going through them all.
Just
There's
all
Anunnaki, the Nebrus, all them things. That they came down here and they took, and they were big and tall. A lot of these ETs, and so they started manipulating us. They were the gods, and she ended up having to destroy a whole lot of those gods because they were, again, hijacking and trying to use the humans to get, well, at that time they were trying to get gold because Nebru needed gold in their atmosphere. So they built and made human slaves, I mean, for that purpose. I mean, they have really stripped the earth and stripped the humans.
So Mother Earth built her. She birthed her children, and her children were a whole lot taller than the gods.
Right.
You know, the things that showed up, these giants. Well, she built her giants.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't mess with Mother Earth.
She calls her little pretties.
Her little pretties.
Her little pretties.
Now,
she's funny.
We go on to talk about where things are going as far as I don't know.
Well, what's in the chat? We got a lot of people in the chat.
Yeah, there's Duke wanted to say he deals with skinwalkers are prevalent in the northwest New Mexico in and around the Navajo reservation.
Right.
And then where did it go? Oh, and he says, I've had huge owls follow me, follow my transport van. Had a few slam right into my driver's side window. Owls in Navajo lore are harbingers of death. My apologies.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Okay, well, let's talk about that. Yeah, there's a lot of lure, a lot of we're Cherokee blood, and we have friends that are Choctaw, and Choctaw has had wars. We're at that time where we're trying to break all these curses. The Bigfoots are going through just like man, and the giants just like man, trying to break all these curses. A lot of these are curses told through stories and through time, you know. And so we you know, as we're all, I don't know what you want to call it, ascending or going up to the fourth dimension, and we're, you know, supposedly all that kind of stuff. You know, we're trying to get along, and the giants and now that skinwalker, I don't know, that might be something. See, Bear Claw talks about the it. You know, there is some very bad things out there. And skinwalkers, you know, I believe he's talking about, let me just guess here. I'm believing he's talking about like shift changers. Now, and you know, that's that people that have control over the physical world, like Jesus. He could walk on water. You know, he could do anything. He could stop the wind. He could stop the storms. I would say that those people have, you know, whether they're good or bad skinwalkers, couldn't tell you.
Yeah, there's
couldn't tell you whether they take the shape of an owl. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that there's two types of shamans, and there's two ways of getting into being a shaman.
Oh,
and it's from Mother Gaia.
I think I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
So the one way of being a shaman is a good way is having the physical death of itself, of yourself, and having your spirit to be the ruler of this body, of everything of this body. Like actually having that solid connection where your spirit runs the body your body does not have nothing on your spirit. So it gives you domain over all of the physical realms because your spirit is above the realm. Um, but through rites and through the right leaderships and your spirit guides, you'll be able to get there somehow. That's what I'm hearing from another guy. The other way of doing it,
what you seek, you shall receive.
exactly. Now, the other way, the negative way of being a shaman, which I see that the skinwalkers are usually counted into as because they come out in a negative way to many people. Kind of like the Bigfoots, but is it what type of negative are we talking about? So that depends on the type of reenactment that happened. Like that owl hitting you in the window, that's a direct hit. That might be a bad shaman type of deal, you know. The skinwalker, how they became a skinwalker, the bad ones, being a shaman, a bad shaman is to kill the loved ones around you, kill the loved around you to be a shaman, you know, to be able to have physical rights, rights over this land. But that means you have to kill a lot. You have to do a lot of sacrificing to keep your shaman rights, right? Killing your love.
Bear Claw called him.
So,
yeah. Bear Claw says Bear Claw.
Don't-
It. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. That's
Don't
what Bear.
say that other word.
Okay, so yeah, Bear Claw is giving you some advice,
Okay, yeah.
and if you haven't subscribed to Bear Claw, you need to, especially if you are experienced shamans are experiencing skinwalker.
It's
It's
learning. We're all learning.
yeah, we're all learning. But yeah, I've heard that one too. That's what I was wondering. Yeah, you know, some shamans make deals. Basically, they're probably, and I guarantee you guys are making deals with ETs. You know, this thing about demons and all that. I mean, yeah, there's a spirit, probably there's a spirit called Lucifer, there's a spirit called Satan. Sure, there is. But you know, that's only two spirits. We're
Those are
talking
individual spirits.
Yeah, individual spirits, right?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is think about all the ET spirits that are evil that we don't even know their names.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, put someone that makes a deal with the devil. They could be making a deal with a reptilian. You know, they could be. You know, these people can make. And our governments make deals with reptilians. Our governments make deals. Actually, there's a deal with Bigfoots that people don't know about. Our government has a deal with the Bigfoots.
Yeah.
Because it ended up as a standoff.
Yep.
Right.
Bigfoot ain't messing with the troops, and the troops was recognizing from the commanders they ain't doing a step towards us. We ain't doing a step towards him.
So there is a truce right now, and that's the way it works.
That's how it works. So now that's why there's national parks, because they stood where they stand,
and that's
they
what
didn't
they keep.
fought or not. You know,
but they're not gonna be beaten by the U.S. government. And that's a good thing about, you know, what I like about the Bigfoots is they have not been manipulated. Well, no, a lot of them have, but let's just say the good ones, the natural ones, they was not manipulated by ETs. They were not part of the Adam and Eve development, because the Adam and Eve development was, let's cut off this DNA, let's make you non-spiritual, let's make you dumb, make you strong so you can get the gold for us, make you want to worship us. I mean, they really manipulated the DNA of us, bald-haired mammals. But anyway,
albinos,
albino mammals. Anyway, yeah, interesting.
Who's the next people?
Who's the next people?
I haven't heard from Puck Elf, because I know Puck Elf got
Puck Elf talks a lot.
Hang on a second.
He got something funny.
He always says a lot.
Duke said, you're right about curses. Navajo medicine men will send out animals that shapeshift to go after and or terrorize others.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they were like our Bigfoot, for example, our friend that was having problems up in Kentucky. Our big Scott went and visited him and was helping him with that situation. Well, anyway, he went out to the woods, and there was a deer that was a buck that came walking up within about 10 feet of him while he was out there doing some stuff. It was like a junk pile, and he was looking through the trash and junk out in the woods. Anyway, this deer walked up, And the deer was almost there. He was there an hour. The deer was there with him. The deer actually lay down. And we got to thinking. And so we asked Scott, was that you? And Scott says, no, it was not me. But I did put my spirit in that deer. And the purpose was to get this guy back to nature, right? I mean, the biggest thing about Bigfoot is get people fascinated about God and his
God's
creations and what they've been hiding from us. There's Bigfoots, there's giants, there's dragons, all this great stuff that they've kept us. The human has been abused way far long enough. That's
Mother guy was a chip in this one.
You're good. Chip in.
She said that ain't it seeable? What your tribe do, your government and your principalities do is put your newly born into a concrete building. Now, how easy is it to manipulate things inside of a concrete building than it is than a child being out in the woods?
Right.
You can't keep that child sitting for nothing. You can't do that inside of a concrete building. So
right. The children are basically in prison early.
Yeah, so you beat them with a paddle because you got a closed areas so nothing could see you abusing these children.
That's true.
But all spiritually is known.
Yeah, that's true.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is fascinating, which we already know. But yeah, you're right. That's exactly a point of view that that people need to see that perspective.
Okay, just one note before I go into the other questions. Susie said Jim and Matt would be a hoot going shopping with you two. Yes, I will attest to that. I have to go the opposite way because I can hear them across Walmart.
Oh, I make all kinds of noise. I talk out loud and I say things. I am not.
He said once about they were leaving Walmart and talking about their hair and your hair is look how short mine is.
Mine can only grow this long.
Yeah, how can you?
I didn't know there was a thing called hair extensions.
I didn't thought about it at the time until Mom said it. So
I was at home. Thing that I was glad that I'm
afraid
was
to talk
there
to people.
with them.
Well, I was confused when they looked at my dad like that. I was like, all right.
Well, I looked at her
and
I was like, I love your hair, because it was
really
long,
cool.
And I was like, that's amazing. How did you get it so long? Because I can't figure that out. Ours only grows so long. I haven't had a haircut in 5 years, and it only goes, or 10 years, and it doesn't go but down to my shoulder blades. That's it. And so I was impressed. And I was like, how did you do that? And then she looked at me and rolled her eyes, and I thought, well, that was rude.
And the other two of her friends were laughing, I guess. I can't tell.
I didn't know.
And then
it hit my brain. Oh my gosh. They do these things where they got hair. I didn't know you have hair extensions. Oh my gosh, help me, world. I'm in the wrong place. At the wrong time, I think.
We just need to keep you in the woods.
Yeah, I think so. I feel better in the woods.
Yeah.
Deer doesn't bother me too much.
Yeah. The turkeys neither.
Let's see. There's just a lot of talking.
That's fine.
That's good.
Good.
I see a lot of bucket.
See anything that anybody wants
to run through or what?
Yeah, see.
14 people in?
That's crazy.
Henry said,
for us.
white ash with blessing bullets. That may have been a story, question mark.
Yeah, well, Henry said something like that. Something with silver. I don't know what it is with silver, but there's a silver collateral that colloidal silver, that people take.
Yeah.
But there's something to do with silver and spirits, and there's something silver. You've heard about silver bullets.
Silver bullets
and
to the
vampires.
No.
Werewolves?
Werewolves.
Right. But anyway, there's something to do with silver that it will harm or hurt evil. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Well, Puck Elf comes in and he says white ashes in American native lore will bless your weapons for battling spirit monsters.
Wow. Yeah, see, Puck,
That's
he
cool.
studies a lot of ancient stuff and a lot of. I mean, he's done in Australia, so his history and his stuff, and he does a lot of. If you guys haven't sold the pup, he does a lot of handmade crafts, outback craft.
Yeah.
We'll call it that. You know,
Back
he's
crafting.
got a lot of interesting topics that keep you interested forever.
Yeah. Solid man.
And then he says, got some good new Yowie Aussie Bigfoot encounter people have sent me over Facebook.
Who's that?
Puck? From Puck Elf.
Puck, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
see,
Oh,
Chloe
cool.
was trying to. Chloe, you should have tuned into Chloe last night, which I went to bed because I was too tired.
Yeah, at least
But
rewatch it.
Chloe's got a Yowie that wants to talk, and she's still reluctant to talk to him because.
Well, he was even reluctant too.
Okay.
They were like, "Whoa, you see me? You see me?"
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah, you can see why they're starting. I think with the raise of the dimensions that we're going to start seeing them, and they're going to start seeing us. So it's time for us to kind of start getting along before it's like now they're in my backyard.
Yeah.
So
physically seeing them is different than spiritually seeing them, because spiritually feeling them and stuff, feel the vibrations at times, depending on how they're coming through. But I saw Scott waving in front of a tree, waving the tree both left and right in front of a full moon. And physically seeing them is not a problem in your physical aptitudes, because it's like seeing a deer over here. Your physical body doesn't feel no energies off of them, besides you seeing them shaking the heck out of it. So there's a physical aptitude that you're seeing it and you're like tripping.
She says she has raw silver.
Raw. Oh wow.
She knows. She'll have to talk about it on one of her shows what that means, because she knows something about silver that I don't know anything about. But I've just recently started realizing, because there is something to do with silver that makes it is a poison for evil and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
What you got, Weemos?
What's next?
We're just sitting here. This was like I said,
supposed to be a test.
It was a test. Hey, it feels good to talk some of this stuff out, because I mean, gosh, we have so much to share that we don't, and YouTube is, we tried to post stuff on Facebook, our Facebook account. If you guys look for us on Facebook, it's TNKY, and then the next word is Bfoot. So, we do put readings up there regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Try to.
Yeah, not regularly. Regularly. But
regularly. We get something. I try to put it up there, and we put a lot of stuff up there.
Sometimes information flows. It's a full day of writing.
Facebook's got where they're not notifying me and notifying people, just like YouTube. So
yeah,
if
you don't see
if you're not seeking it, you're not going to find it. You're going to
comment again saying, "Hey, did you hunt?" Because he gets censored a lot.
Like I said, I don't. We both do.
Yeah, even my channel.
What you got, Weebles?
More Puck Elf. He was saying he's got a few new UFO encounters from friends too. New news: ordered a proper generator for.
That's nice.
Also, family may be offering to help fix the caravan renovations.
That's cool.
That's good. He's had some. Evidently, he had some issues with his family, so they're working through it. That's good.
That's good to hear that.
Yeah. And he said, same Tennessee, no haircut, and it's just stops around my belly button.
Belly button?
Hey.
Oh, we're jealous, man.
Yeah, jealous.
How, dude? I mean, ours don't even go past our nipples, man. Look,
if I stretch it, I can get to the nipple.
Well, look, how many years have you been growing your hair?
I think I'm on 8 years now.
8 years.
At least.
8 years.
And all three of ours is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't know what's going on. Mandela effect. I don't know what happened to hair. People used to have hair, beautiful hair. Now they don't got any hair.
And everybody's bald, even the women. What the hell? That's besides the other side point. Who else
Okay.
is in the chat?
Magic Nova is in.
Hey, Magic Nova.
Hey, Magic
I
Nova.
saw you on my channel not too long ago. Logically insane. That's me.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, good to see you, Magic Nova.
Yeah, we've been just sitting here chit-chatting about anything. It was kind of like a test, but on the other hand, if people are willing to come out and hang out, we'll talk. If you have any questions, thoughts,
Anything and everything.
anything.
Above and below the sun.
We talk about, we've been talking about, well, I think we talked about everything. This is what we talked about. What do you want to talk about? We got Scorpion King. We got Giant. We got, there's so much.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It was like,
divine
what?
God. Yeah, the one that's inside of everybody and within everything, divine God. Yeah, I was started talking to him. I'm shocked. I didn't know how he was gonna be like physically in front of me,
Eat more
spiritual
Jell-O.
eyes,
Where did Susie be? Eat more Jello.
Chill.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's got Jello's got
Gluten.
pectin.
Pectin.
Yeah, we've done pectin, and that's a really good thing. Edgar Casey says to eat a lot of that stuff, and we've done all that. I swear, we are you won't believe we eat almonds and we eat all that stuff.
Jackie's got to go to work.
Oh,
So.
take it easy.
Jackie. Thanks for coming, hanging out.
Thanks for chilling with us, chatting. Heck yeah.
That's cool.
Grow your hair, scalp needs stimulation, brush, or massage. Yeah, that's probably so.
What is it?
To grow hair, your scalp needs stimulation, brush, or massage. And I wouldn't do a whole lot of that.
No.
I jump in a lake and I get out.
Yeah. Hey, I got this new.
I don't use well, I have used a brush.
I've been underneath this
Couldn't tell.
waterfall.
I'm not taking my little hat off. I tell you that much.
I do gotta say, I've been underneath this waterfall in Coca Creek, and it was a perfect spot where the water overflows over you, and you're in a little air bubble behind a rock wall. And when you bring your head forward, it's about that thick layer of water overflowing. So that much of water, about like so long, about as wide as a table type of deal, coming down on you. A lot of weight coming down on you. You put your head in there. Everything's cleaned after that. That's for sure. That's a lot of water coming down on you. I think that's like the best way to really grow your hair out or have it ripped off. No, not really.
Okay, how are we doing? If not, I'll bring up something.
Yeah, but pretty much everybody's just kind
Okay,
of
they're just gonna
chit-chatting
hang out.
and everything. So.
Feathers. Magic Nova loves our feathers. Yeah, we found those in the woods and actually just made a little display out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, what does Ninja say?
He's talking to her. Okay, let's
Says
see.
looking for. Said first of all, he goes, "I'm looking forward to the next time seeing you guys. God bless you all." And then he says, "Looking forward to talking some more with you." Janice said, "Thank you for the gifts too."
Awesome. I'm
Yes,
so
very
excited to
welcome.
get her some tobacco. We got Janice tobacco and we got her some feathers, I think it was.
Tobacco, feathers, and
Yeah,
I think we got something else for her.
Yeah.
We'll always stuff extra things in there if we can.
Yeah.
For anybody. Even Bear Claw, she got some little extra gifts in there.
Yeah, we threw Bear Claw a few extra gifts.
We like doing that.
We really enjoy that.
Yeah.
Because I know Bear Claw, and she uses that stuff. And she
do
knows
something
people
with
that will use it, and she disperses it. Mother Earth does that for us.
Mhm.
We give away tobacco. Guys, we don't do anything. Mother God gives that all to us. So we don't really see why people buy stuff sometimes. Like, why are you guys buying? Our chickens are fed by we've had greens that are like 6 foot, 7 foot tall
Since
and
fall.
They're still growing, and we chop the tops off and throw it to the chickens. We get free chicken food. So I mean, we just try to get people to understand that the true God it's got so much for us. Plentiful. And they've got everyone in this thing that everything's limited. We only have so much earth. We only got so much water. We don't have enough food, and that's really got people in a bad place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me look through my topics then. I'll bring up a topic. Let's see. I'll tell you what. I'll bring up this one.
She goes, Medicine Bear Claw. She goes, "Okay, I really have to go this time."
Much love, Bear Claw. Heck yeah, it's great seeing you, chatting with you. all the time. Tanse.
Tanse.
I learned the word.
He wrote the word tanse.
Tanse.
Okay. I think I want to talk about. I don't care. As long as people have got time to sit here, we'll talk a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I like to talk about Revelations, right? Because I know Facebook had probably buried this thing. We got some heavy stuff coming on Revelation. We didn't know this, but they're going to call. And I don't want you guys think I'm getting political, because I'm not getting political. But I'm going to talk about Trump and talk about what's going on with that. Because that's one of those things. He's what you call trigger. You say Trump, people get triggered. They've programmed people to get triggered. You get that? You understand that? And most of you folks that are listening know as well as I do. You say the word Trump in a group of people, everyone ducks. Everyone looks at who is going to be. It's the amount of programming they have done around that man, the amount of impeachments, the amount of stuff. And like I said, I'm not trying to be political, because I support anyone in love and light that's doing good. I support. I don't look at him as a political person. I look at him as a man, like me or Matt or any of you, that I support anybody that's doing good. I don't let all the fluff kind of black make it that doesn't sway me. It's not going to sway me. But anyway, so let me talk about Revelations and this is what we understand. And this reading that we got, Gaia and Scorpion King approved it, but as a parable. So I want to make that clear. And also, I am sure it is not fully complete as far as the truth, because we didn't put a lot of effort into it because we were tired the time we wrote it.
Yeah.
But we did our best. We did our best to document what we understood.
Yeah.
Okay. And okay, so here we go. Turn it over to the beginning. All right, now this is Revelation 13:2-4, and it talks about, and the beast which I saw like unto a leopard. Now I believe that Trump comes from the lioness humanoids from Ligra, right?
Ligra.
And the thing is, you got to understand that according to the Bible, there'll be an antichrist. And you got to understand, a lot of religion, a lot of things in the Bible has been written upside down.
Mm-hmm.
Trump is not anti-Christ, he's pro-Christ. So he will be called the antichrist. Okay, so we'll go that way.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and it talks about it, his feet were of a bear, which means firmly planted, which is the way Trump is. And his mouth, the mouth of a lion. Like I said, I do believe he came from that. And dragon gave him, okay, and then in the same verse, and the dragon gave him his power. Now, we were just telling you earlier that Mother Earth has birthed 5 beings. I'm going to say beings because they really ain't dragons, but we not know what it is, because it ain't for us to find out. We'll find out when everybody finds out what's going on. But, just put that in. And like I said, this was approved. We verified and asked, is
Mother God and
Scorpion King, right? It's kind of putting this kind of stuff out is going to, I'm probably triggering a lot of people, and I understand it. If you're hard-headed, which means you don't see what a parable is, and it's just the way it is, I can't change you. You're there. You need to.
Parables Jesus spoke in parables. He spoke in parables because it's words. Words needs to be vastly understood. If you got words that just box in saying 2 + 2 = 3, well, that's fine. You got the truth. That's solid. But there's no variable way of seeing how you got the 2. So you'll draw out dots and then press the equal sign or have an equal sign or something like that. More just parables are more descriptive. Just descriptive. Thank you. Descriptive.
Okay, this like I said, this is just a short. This is like a short little thing. I'm gonna speed it up because, like I said, I don't want to trigger anybody, and I don't want to. But I do need to. I do want to have you look at this. At least think about this as a future and see what goes on. You might see where this plays in. Okay, so anyway, okay, I'll read this one more time. And the dragon gave him his power. And I'm telling you, Mother Earth had birthed 5 beings because she told us it's 3 males and 2 females. And she just recently birthed them because she just told us. I've had some things in the last month or 2, and she came along and kind of pulled me out of my slump, which is really good. But anyway, and his seat, okay. The dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. All right. Now this is, I don't know if you guys even hearing that. That's Revelation 13:2. So basically, the Antichrist, which is going to be probably Trump, I'm guessing, because everything describes him as the lion, will be getting his power. And it tells you right there. It says right there. Let's see. And his mouth as the mouth of the lion. Let's see. And the dragon gave him his. So, they call it the dragon, gave him his power, and his seat and great authority. Okay, so and they're going to just. That's going to be just. But you can imagine our society is so backwards right now. They see dragons as evil, and our government's going to be calling this out, saying, "Oh no, he's an antichrist, and those are evil demonic dragons or whatever they are." I mean, this is going to get crazy. That's why I want to bring this up, so a lot of you will be able to quickly adjust as you see really what's going on. Okay, then I'm going to read. Okay, here's 13:2. There's 13:3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wandered after the beast. All right, they call him the beast. And first of all, he did just avoid recently beat death right to the ear, right? And also the beast, which is the vehicle that Trump and Biden rides in, it came out during Trump's tour duty. 2018, the beast. That's that car, just so you know, just so to show you some stuff. Okay, and they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and that's humans' nature, which is not good. We've done it before. We worshiped giants before. We've worshipped. Oh my gosh!
There's nothing we should worship.
We're not supposed to worship nothing, are we? Right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If you got an enemy, your enemy's yourself. Now, everyone can work together, and if you think that someone's an enemy, then you're already putting a block on yourself and the other person. So worshiping a certain thing has you divide yourself from others because you're part of this group. You're not everyone. And I don't believe in what is that religion? Coexist.
Yeah.
Because not all of them not all of them are intentionally good. So you can't put it all together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let me keep on track here.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, and they worship. Like I said, these next few verses. That's all I'm going to say on this. And they worship the dragon, where they gave him, power of the beast. Let's see. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemously. And they're going to say it blasphemy because he's going to go against. Some of you know that the Pope is corrupt. Some of you know that many priests are corrupt. Some of you know what's going on with the Vatican. So you're going to see him going after them. So it's going to be, he is a blasphemous, he's the beast. You're going to see all that. But anyway, let me move forward real quick. And anyway, it says here, this is 5. And it was given unto him to continue 42 months. That's 3.5 years, guys. I don't know if you guys realize. That sounds like a presidential term to me.
4 years.
Yep.
Less than 4 years.
I mean, that's, if you don't believe me, you read Revelation 13:2. That's Revelation 13:2-5. Anyway, yeah. It was given unto him to continue 42 and 2 months. And divide that by 12, you'll get 3.5 years. Look through here real quick, see if there's any. Okay, so anyway, I think it's important to speak that because a lot of people don't realize Revelation is telling the truth. It's just it's been flipped, and in the future here, as things unplay, just keep your eyes open. I mean, Mother Guy just did recently birth those 5. You'll probably, if you're like us and you follow different, I want to say psychics, but if you follow different people, because I do follow different psychics, people I trust, people I've known for a long time, people that speak good, people that speak from good, that's people that come from good, you should see more and more. You probably start hearing stuff that might help clarify that. Okay, I'm just looking through my notes here. How's the chat going? Everybody all right? Cool.
Everybody.
Yeah. Magic Nova says, I follow no politics. I don't give it my energy.
Don't blame
Yeah.
100%.
Right. Well, that's the thing is the politics is the polarized left and right, but we need laws. We need government. I'm worried that people are going to say, and I was the same way. I'm like, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Guys, that's another trap. We have to, I don't want to say vote. Oh gosh, that's horrible. We have to participate, at least talk.
This is
at least know, because I mean,
your country.
This is our country.
If we don't do something about it, then no one else will. Right?
Exactly. But that's another.
We've got a lot of good people.
They've done so much. They've got
so,
and that's and you know, yeah, and that's the thing is it's really hard. You know, I'm with her. I don't. We was not talking about Trump, but his name came up through Gaia. We had found out before he got shot in the ear. We found out from her that she had already saved him twice. She saved him once from a misfire. She saved him twice by turning that poison into holy water. Yeah. Before he was shot here, probably the night before, the day before. The day before, we were told. So I made a joke. I said, well, Mother Gaia is a Trump supporter, didn't I?
Yeah.
And what did she say? No, I don't do politics.
I'm not in politics.
She's not into politics, but she protects children. She protects those that do right. And that's what we have a duty to do. Those who protects the
family, those who protects the earth, those who will give to another, those who are there for each other.
She talked about his place down there in Florida. What is that place called?
Mar-a-Lago.
She talked about Mar-a-Lago. Remember?
Yeah,
he's balanced. He does right by her. He does right by the land developments. He does right.
He did the way he had it designed.
So I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to, but it's so important. They've got several traps for us to fall into. One, I don't want anything to do with it. It's your country. It's your right. It's your duty. We are the people. We, the people, are responsible for who we elect. And we are the people. If we do not stand up, they will be, you will get junk put in place. So anyway, that's one.
They'll call you out on a draft. Your kids, everybody.
Yeah, exactly. And so
under a president you don't agree to.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you didn't even vote for.
Whether you voted or not, you didn't participate.
But anyway, like I said,
city area.
But you're 100% right. Yeah. The TV plays a ping pong game left and right, and you don't want to get caught up in that pool of aggravating junk.
Yeah,
totally. We don't watch TV. Our antenna fell over, and that's where it lays.
It stays there too.
But anyway, I probably killed that on the Trump. It ain't really on the Trump. It's on what's going forward spiritually, where our country's going, things that we've been told, things that we see, and as long as we share this. It's off our chest. We've spoke it. We're done with it. We don't. You take and go as you would.
Support those that are willing to take the efforts out there.
Yeah. Support those that want to put their butts on the line.
Yeah. Like if you have kids that are like really into law in high school or middle school or something like that, teach them law, because they'll actually come into this country and be able to, put in good force law if you teach them right. So try to teach the new generation, I guess.
Henry says, "Well, guys, I've got to bounce. You guys be safe."
Thanks, Henry, for
Good
hanging
seeing
out
you,
with
man.
us, man. We appreciate you coming out.
Yeah.
Solid, man.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh.
And
I like watching Henry drag a canoe out of the lake. He's funny.
Wasn't that one?
He thought he's got turkeys and deer and stuff. So yeah,
Heck yeah.
just spend a little time.
and,
we
Magic
can.
Nova says, "Have you all had tons of rain lately? Hope it hasn't messed up your beautiful gardens."
It's been a blessing after the tobacco burning.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
getting the rain, and it's not rain bombs. It's nice rain showers
Yeah.
with not really many thunderstorms. I
No,
don't
it's been
hear
good
much
rain.
thunder.
Yeah, we're pretty happy. We thought we put out cantaloupes, and we put like 20 cantaloupe plants, and we actually put out cucumbers. So chickens
Yeah.
are very happy.
Yeah.
They're called lemon cucumbers.
Yeah.
We
Lemon cucumbers.
So
That's all we
anyway, the
got.
chickens are super happy. They're eating great. We're not really excited because we're the worst farmers there ever was. But
Okay.
well, this was today. Yeah, this
is
was
just
shop.
today.
Yeah, this is today out of there. Yeah,
Oh.
big old tomatoes.
Yay.
So
Big
tomatoes and the cucumbers are doing good.
We even got a few peppers.
And peppers. This one.
It's hot.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yum. Oh, that's going to be a good one.
Mhm.
That's good.
But yeah, the rain's been great for what we've been needing.
Yeah.
Started out kind of dry and hot.
Yeah.
The springtime was like almost a flooded time zone, and then we got into summer, and then it was a drought. But then now we're back into a calm, rainy weather.
Yeah. 85 degrees, full humidity.
It's nice,
But
I'll take any rain.
I'm looking. Puck says my only biblical theme dream ever was about Trump being a avatar of Archangel Michael coming to drain the swamp. He just underestimated the entrenched evil. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's still going because he's still walking, right? And like I said, Mother Earth is a guy. That's what I said. I was like, if guy is behind him, man. And like I said, we didn't really come out and start talking about Trump until we found out that guy is actually protecting him. So that was a big eye opener for me. That hey, maybe we need to pay attention to this.
I missed something from Puck Elf.
Yeah.
It says, "Holy schnizzles," I'm going to say it that way, dudes. I accidentally astral traveled and met Gaia and connected to all the earth and then the moon. She was going to take me out into the cosmos, but I chickened out.
Yeah.
I need to spiritually fortify myself before I go there. I'm mentally not ready.
Wow. Well, that's from
this mother guy got plenty of good people for you. So listen to her call for those around you.
Well, Matthew, he had a dream, and he went and saw a octopus. And when the octopus, this was months ago.
Okay, I had the same thing.
This was months ago.
Now this Puck Elf, I had the same dang thing, but I didn't check it out. I was like, oh, won't it be tough? Well, I went straight on out there, and here I came to this planet Neptune or something like that. Oh no, it was a blue planet. That's all I know. And it was a big giant octopus. Super excited to see me, I guess. Have you ever seen a happy octopus? I never have. But from what I can tell, he was a happy octopus. He had his arms out. And he was like, "Hey man, what's up?" I'm like, "Oh no, I'm out."
Yeah, he left.
I left once I saw him. I was like, I did try to come back again. Like, "You're not gonna touch me?" He's like, "Yeah, no." I'm like, "That's a question. I'm out."
SpongeBob. SpongeBob and all that is probably all true stuff.
They get what was it, Patrick? What's that?
I don't
Squidward.
know. Squidward.
Yeah, I wish it was that big and like that short of a squid. No, he was a big octopus. They had to show another guy had to show me one of her children in another planet.
Oh, that's probably one of her children. Wow.
Yeah, or that planet's child, or something like that.
Right.
It might not be hers exactly from what I'm hearing, but that planet's child.
Right.
But oh, the big octopus. So good thing you chickened out this time around because I didn't. And I'm like still talking about the story today about me seeing a big octopus and got chickened out and went back to Earth.
Magic Nova says guys used to call me octopus when dating. That's funny.
And Magic Nova, yeah, the lemon cucumbers they taste just like normal cucumbers. One thing I noticed,
they could be a little lemony every once in a while.
yeah,
I've noticed that, and I was like, that's cool.
Just a different type, different size, and as well as I don't have the hiccups like I do from cucumbers that I buy in the store.
Yeah, yeah. Tina gets terrible hiccups.
Yeah,
from cucumbers. But like I told her, those cucumbers are gassing off. That's why if you eat a store cucumber, you'll get hiccups because they're getting old.
Mm-hmm. They've been sitting on the shelf for too long.
They're letting the gas.
So they're gassing up.
Yeah, so you're eating like pinto beans. They ain't been cooked all the time.
They're fermenting up.
Yeah, they're fermenting. Exactly. So, right.
They might have it on the truck for 3 months before you can get to it. And that's enough time period to get some type of ferment.
John P says, "Guy, it's where I live." Guy, it's where I live. And Puck's like, he said, guy's name for Mother Earth Spirit Goddess. Yeah, we didn't know what her name was.
Her actual name, or what she really looks like.
We didn't know nothing until she came, and they were like, he's like, Mother Gaia wants to say something. We're like, what? And I'm like,
this is like
what do you say if Mother Gaia wants to say something? Remember?
Yeah.
I mean, I was blown away. I'm still blown away.
Yeah, I had to keep telling
you guys don't understand. It takes time to. Yeah.
I'm like still tripping about what she actually looked like. Not like what I see her like. She's like grandmother, Indian grandmother. She might have white and black hair, but she just in the creek doing her thing, looking for crawdads, got no socks or shoes on. She's just out there turning over. She's all muddy. She's just a muddy girl in the creek, and she'd be a grandma. She's just doing what she loves. That's the way that she came to me. And that's why I saw her. And that's the way I talk to her now. I'm like, I ain't changing the way I talk to you. You're solid.
Yeah, she is solid. It's
like,
funny.
She's more real than all the friends I know.
Yeah, she's got a sense of humor.
She's funny, cool.
She's funny. I was like, I want to take an Earth and put a Trump hat on it, right?
That's what he's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was that her? Or was that
you? That's what I was talking about. That was a joke.
She laughed. Yeah.
She's laughing at me. Yeah. But definitely not what I was thinking. Not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I thought I'm like most of you folks. I've been religiously trained all my life, so I'm like, oh, Mother Earth, how are you? Pray and get on your knees. And maybe you'll talk to me.
Yeah. If I was good enough, maybe I could talk to God.
Yeah.
Maybe if I was good enough.
Dear God, will you please talk to me?
I have been talking to you. You just don't listen.
Luke, I am your father. Good Lord. Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah, let's read through here. My God, it looks
yes, Magic Nova. Those are good for salads. We just haven't had any salads because our lettuce has already seeded.
Well, no, lettuce grew for like 3 years, and we got tired of lettuce. I'm like, then they're like, "You want a piece of lettuce? I don't want no more lettuce."
He doesn't want no lettuce. No more.
I made the mistake of just throwing out like 3 bags of lettuce seed all over this place, and then it came all up. It still comes up all the time. We always have lettuce popping up somewhere.
Magic Nova wants to know: can you tell her to get rid of mosquitoes and ticks?
It's very far.
Yeah, well, you know what? The dragonflies. If you burn, for us, if you burn tobacco, and I don't know, I don't know what tobacco communicates. But if you burn tobacco, I think something happened, and then we have dragonflies coming out. Dragonflies eat tons and tons of mosquitoes.
Yeah,
and chickens.
Dragonflies. Yeah.
I know.
Well, dragonflies doesn't really got a big enough amount to eat a chicken.
Well, no, I'm saying chickens will eat mosquitoes and ticks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, chickens will eat them, but dragonflies, yeah.
It is starting to go a little quieter. Do you have anything you want to talk about?
All of this is just mainly a pre-test for our live coming Monday. this coming Monday with Rob. So
Yeah.
just testing and making sure all this is actually working, and we got our setup and sounds good, and the quality of the video is good. That's
Well,
what we're
and that
hoping for.
and Rob's station, he's got a lot more psychics.
Yeah, very open blog psychics.
Yeah.
Just a lot of good people.
Yeah, we
Very
were
open
we were
topics, too.
following. For a long time we followed Bigfoot type people, but then we found that community is writing books and selling memberships, and
They got their plan.
You know,
they know what's going on.
but you got wonderful people like Janice. She don't take money. She won't sell books.
Yeah.
She's never done anything. She's always talked the truth. That's why she don't have a channel. That's why she's not on YouTube. That's why she's not at conferences, because she won't play their games. And
Money
so we end up
games.
kind of pulling out of Bigfoot. So Bigfoot people I do follow is those that are more towards the spiritual side, that understand that you can talk to them with telepathy.
That has questions and answers. You know?
Yeah, those
People
that
open.
are open minded. I do follow we follow very few Bigfoot people. Then we started following more. We followed Chloe for years. She's very good as far as her readings and her life giving advice. That's what her readings are, right? And so we've gone to, and like I said, with Rob, his channel is more. There are a lot more open people. He has a lot more people that come in. They do readings, and it must, we're talking a channel where people try to help you with your life. People try to give you advice. Good people, good stuff.
Yeah,
that's where we're going. We're going towards more, not really Bigfoot, but more towards
where are we going
where
with
spirit
Bigfoot
leads us, and God leads us,
spirits?
and good leads us. That's kind of where we're going.
Yeah, we're trying to
And we still got our gone squatching, but
we haven't.
We don't really
for
have
this
to-
whole year.
yeah, we don't really need to leave the house. If
He's back here.
we can just talk anytime.
And I can
Anytime we want to ask God. If you guys have any questions, I mean, we got a very few people, some time left. You got a question for a giant? You got a question for a Bigfoot? You want to ask Scorpion King? You want to ask Mother Guy a question, guys? I mean,
Yeah.
he don't mind asking. I mean, right now, we don't have very many people in the chat, and this is your opportunity of a lifetime.
Okay.
I mean, we're kind of used to being able to sit around and talk,
Hook Elf says, thanks for the wrench.
Oh yeah, man. I'm looking through here to see who ain't got one and setting them up, because
That's right.
we appreciate you coming and contributing. We've been shut down everywhere as we go. We're like you, Pug. We kind of get beat up because we're honest and we talk and we have opinions, and so we appreciate your heart. You got a big heart, and you will speak your mind, and so
that's what you get burned with at times, but
but you got to tell the
you
truth.
find your friends easily.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Ninja Dave says, night, guys.
Ninja.
I know Ninja got to go to work.
He's on secret duty.
He's on secret duty.
Yeah.
Ninja could. Oh, he could go on for days.
If
I could ever get,
solid.
if we could, his information is like ours. He's got too much to try to. He can't even write a book, because book he can put out 16 books. He could talk about the snake serpentine
that runs
all
between
that
our
stuff.
valley to the next valley, and then also other serpent trade, serpent lines in different areas of this Tennessee area. He's into a lot of things.
Magic Nova says, "Can you let Mother Gaia know? Thank you for loving us."
Oh, she got it.
Did she get it?
Yeah. Okay. She wants to show. She wants to show me what she sees, how she's getting it. Okay. There's this image. See all the energy people standing or sitting or on their knees or everywhere's on this earth. She can feel everybody's vibrations, but how the love actually gets down into her is through the feet of us.
Oh, that's why they got us all wearing shoes. But anyway,
That's interesting. Well, airways, feet.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not a disconnect.
I got you.
But
okay.
She could. It's like whenever you're having gratitude or love that you're sending to the earth of anything, like you appreciate your dog, you're sending it to the earth. You're sending your love to the earth. When you're loving a new tomato you got off the vine, you're loving Earth, Mother Gaia. When you're loving, like you got a new baby You put your love into the earth, whether you know it or not. Your love is going straight to the earth.
'cause
It's
it'll
the
come.
blessing, it's the thank you that she survived and it came through this transition of being physical. It's a big process. Mother God is saying. So, but she sees a light that comes down, sometimes blue, green, but it's like a rainbowish color that comes down into the earth, and she feels this little blue green coming into her.
That's cool. It's pretty cool. Never thought about it that way. But yeah, everything comes from the earth, and everything we love, the love goes back to the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she definitely does want everybody to know that she feels everybody's appreciation, but it's also really good to know that many people sees how their appreciation gets brought to her. Many people don't know how
that's
they
true. I didn't know that.
How they appreciated her.
Yeah, if you eat something, and you love it, it's good, it tastes good. You're
good.
like you're giving love back to where it came from,
right? Where
it's the source, from. Right? The food and everything.
Yes.
Ghost Star Dancer is
Ghost Star Dancer. Hey, howdy, how you do? Heck yeah. Heck yeah, Ghost
Thanks
Star
for stopping in. We've just been talking about Bigfoots and all kinds of fun stuff. We had a kind of open floor. If you had any questions on, if you have any questions for giants, if you had any questions for
Scorpion King,
Bigfoot, Scorpion
Mother
King,
Gaia,
right? We've got kind of an open floor.
Archangel Michael, if you got a question for him, yeah, they're all here. They're all there. Yeah. They're doing their own things, of course. Mm-hmm. Always doing their things. So,
yeah,
you got any questions?
They're running around doing their work.
Yep.
Doing their earth things.
Yep, they got business. Everyone got business. Everyone has business. Even if you don't know you have business, your business is your family, and your family needs to be kept up. That's what Mother Gaia just said.
Exactly right. Stay on top of the family. Take care of the family. Stay strong at this time.
Yeah. You're either in the family or you're out of the family. And that's the family of life. Pro-life. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Any new or old questions?
What do you think? Let's see. I got so many topics. What about what about trying to go with any
Magic Nova says, tell Scott hi.
Scott says hi.
How's Scott doing?
He's doing good. He's waiting for us to say something.
Is he?
Yeah, he was a little anxious. He's like,
hey man, what's up, man? I was thinking about Scott too myself, trying to figure out, well, how's Scott doing? How's things going? Can you talk to us any?
I see he's in the mid-northwest.
Okay.
In South Dakota, North Dakota area. He's doing some work in that area, even more southern to up to Canada too. So he's in the mid America and Canada. He's saying that he's tripping for the route that he's doing with his dad, or that his dad did. His dad did it.
I thought about
he's doing it.
I thought about that this morning about Scott, that he's running his dad's run.
Yeah, he's running his run.
I thought about that today.
Really?
Yeah, I thought about that day. And to me, I was like, he's running his dad's run. And I'm like, young man, he's, Scott's only 18, or young man, young Bigfoot.
Yeah, just start. This is his first time out of Tennessee. Out of the southeast.
Yeah, well, I mean, besides the fact that George took him to Australia, but yeah.
Yeah.
Took him by Russia.
That's the same. Yeah, exactly.
But
he saw a Yeti.
But that was his first time being out of the country.
Yeah, he saw a Yeti
with George.
He was blown away by the Yeti.
Yeah, he actually saw a real Yeti. It's like a polar bear, and Scott's like a black bear.
Yeah,
totally different. Blackberry to a polar bear, big size difference, different, totally different. So Yeti's different than Scott.
Yeah.
He's a puny.
Scott's really funny. I know he recently
he's laughing about himself.
He's laughing. He's a puny.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'll be puny. I didn't know I would be puny.
You didn't know he was until he run into a
Until he
Yeti.
met up with a Yeti. He's like, woo.
So, I mean, he's been helping a lot of those spirits get out of trees, or a lot of the Bigfoots that got trapped in trees. And I'm sure he's got a lot of things going on. There's so much going on.
Yes.
And he's working with them tribes, the clans out west, which is just helping this community. Just like men. He's going through the same thing, trying to help people get with spirit, get with their families, get back to love, get back to earth, get back to good, right? And that's great. I'm really, like I said, I thought about him and I appreciate what he's doing because, that's really cool that he's trying to follow the path that his fathers did, which was just trying to help people love each other and come to family. That's good. That's great. So Scott wants anything else? I don't want to talk for him, but
I'm getting distracted with doo-doo.
Doo-doo, he's drinking water.
No, he's not. The bowl's empty now, so he's just making noise.
Okay, so anyway.
Magic Nova says it's gotta be cool to travel like Scott. No luggage.
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't have to worry about the phone getting wet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, nothing. Heck yeah. Dude is finally getting comfy.
So what is Scott? Do you have anything?
Scott, nah, how is it? He just
want to say hi.
Hi. He's doing good. He's running through.
Well, Scott, we appreciate you, man. Well, like I said, I do think about you. I do think about him. Because
was he in the area where Yellowstone?
That's why he was doing some work. That's why he's in that area to do some work.
Oh, really?
Thank you for bringing that up because I wouldn't have even thought about asking him stuff like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
So I mean, Yellowstone had a big eruption.
Eruption
yesterday.
I believe it was yesterday.
Yeah.
So after the eruption, the clans had their little dispute. That charged up energies what caused them to fight each other off.
From that explosion.
Whoa.
That's what's going to start happening to people.
Yeah.
Energies changing.
Energy spikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Magic Nova goes, are y'all taking a shot of Maker's Mark every time someone else says Bigfoot?
Yep, we're down. No.
Somehow or another, I took your wrench off, Puck. I don't know what. I was clicking add. Okay, sorry about that. I was like looking. I was like, hey, what happened to Puck's wrench there? I thought it said I'd removed him. Like, I don't know how I removed it, but okay. Anyway, Puck, excuse me there. I'm like, Puck's like, well, thanks a lot. I'm sure.
I was
another
wrencher for a few minutes.
Yeah. He goes, I didn't even notice either. I was like, I looked down. I thought I saw a message when I was adding someone. I think I had to imagine over, and then I was like, wait a minute. There's a message saying I'd removed it.
Yeah.
So that was Scott. Okay, since we're giving everybody time, what about George? How's George doing? Is he busy, or has he got any time to talk? Or
he's in South America.
Wow. George always blows our mind.
Between South America and Africa.
Yeah. He's been out to visit John P.
There's like an island down there somewhere. So he's closer to the coast of South America.
Yeah.
He ain't doing much.
Okay.
He's working with some giants that are down there.
Right.
On that coastline, that area.
Right.
No, it's been quiet for him.
Is it quiet?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
He's finding new friends.
Right.
So he's ready to get back with his family here soon.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's doing good. Things are changing for the better.
Yeah.
Better than he even expected.
Wow, that's good to hear.
Awesome.
That's good to hear.
That's
really
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, George had got caught up a lot of his like Susie had a couple of giants out there, and they had crowns, and there's a whole lot of he has the same problems we got. You've got a lot of people that are standing up religiously is, being worshipped and all that stuff. And it just gets so ugly when religion, becomes so, instead of spirituality, when religion becomes, people get caught up in that instead of being
caught up in how the word's being said and having your opinion about this word, saying this is the only way. Well, when you read anything, you're making up your own opinion of what's being said. So you're believing into someone else's words, the priest or pope or something like that.
Yeah.
There's many good popes and priests out there.
Exactly. So
it's
we
just
stop
those
slamming the good people that are telling people the truth about God. No, we're not.
Yeah.
It's those that have the egos and then
thinking that, I got the white robe and God wants you to be in a white robe, but one day you might get there.
People using people
mess.
for their own power and stuff because I'm a priest, so if you don't go for me, you're not going to, you can't go to heaven.
And what's really going on is I don't like, it'll be like the Pope or priest saying, I don't like to actually work, so I'm going to find a job where I can work without working. Right. So then you got that mentality going into a church. That's nuts.
Yeah. Puck-up says dogmatic. Yeah. It's a good term for,
For August. Yeah.
Religion. He's using big words.
Yeah.
We're from Tennessee.
Yeah, we're Tennesseans.
Our words can't be more than about 5 letters, dude. You're start losing us.
Yeah, hillbilly is supposed to be 2 words: hill and Billy.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. We can't go past those words.
Me believe no religion, just my creator.
That's right.
Yeah, and she also asked, do you still do tours?
Tours?
Yeah. Well, if anybody comes
out, if you're in the area, we've got our tours is basically
top of the mountain, check out the stuff, and
well, Scott's not around, but it's not like there's not activity here in Tennessee, especially in our area. Well, not just in our area, but and you will find, we can show you lots of unnatural things that you will understand that something unnatural did this. So there's always
like a flower put on your door handle when you came back to your truck or vehicle, stuff like that, or a turkey feather on your trail.
I was showing that earlier. We came back from our 4-wheeler and this was laying by it, and of course Matt would tell you I got off the 4-wheeler and I peed, and I happened to step over there where I peed at, and we come back from just walking a little bit on the creek, and this turtle shell, full turtle shell, all 3 pieces, was sitting there on the ground. And I did not miss it. It was right by my 4-wheeler.
Yeah, because he wouldn't want to step on a turtle
that's
coming off his 4-wheeler.
So that's kind of like I don't know. That's stuff that we find. That was gifted. That was a gift. It was just like like I said, it was a full turtle shell. So very happy to get what a gift, right? I'm still asking woodsmen, people I know, how rare it is, and people say it is pretty rare to get the full turtle shell.
The bottom
was still attached.
Yeah, still attached. Solid.
The bottom was still attached.
Couldn't even wiggle it. It was tight.
So I don't even know how they, whatever did it. I don't know how they did it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, where they do tours, that there's not a, I don't know what it is. There's not a. You got your Bigfoot communities, and Bigfoot brings everyone together in those communities, and they kind of talk about Bigfoot. It's they go camping and they're kind of fascinated by what they get out in nature, and that's all good stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not what we thought.
No.
We thought that people would be amazed at some of the things we've seen, but we've realized there's really not a interest in spirituality as much as I would hope they would be. But what we got? Yeah, he gives Scarborough. He's back. I know he's hiding.
Nova says, I heard somewhere that the trees that are broken are arches to portals.
arches.
Yeah, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Arches, Scott, the Bigfoot, told us the arches is for the older turkeys to climb up on.
Yeah.
So they can roost.
Yeah.
So they do a lot of the arches for their
chickens.
yeah, their chickens, their deers and stuff like that. They do a lot of tree work for their area they're keeping their animals. Of course, they don't keep their animals. They just herd them into a place that's easy for them to
yeah,
protect it.
they're forest farmers, and they manage deer and turkey, and they help them, and they make sure they move them towards food and
Like what,
protect them from, mountain lions or whatever. I mean,
back in the day, a shepherd wouldn't have fences. You'll have a shepherd, and the shepherd would travel with the sheep. So they'll go over hills and mountains just feeding the sheep grass of the plains and stuff like that. So that's what the Bigfoots are doing, type of deal. They have their own flock and they take care of them. But
and I say Susie B, and I've thought about you a lot, Susie. I just haven't been over to your channel. By the time we get to sit down and watch TV, I've started following. I think I was just saying earlier, I've started following a lot more psychic stuff. I'm trying to, everyone should do this. If you got friends on Facebook, follow the people that are going in the direction that you're going in as far as what you're learning, and you change. I will follow these people, and then I will follow these people, and then I will go in a whole new direction. And so YouTube is the same way. I subscribe to a lot of people, but then I find that I'm going where I want to go here. And so I end up either unsubbing, just because on YouTube, that's kind of how you got to do it. So I can go in a different direction. And Susie, she's got wonderful people that hang out. And I haven't hung out with Susie, and I haven't hung out with John P. a lot.
And Johnny Peppers.
Yeah, Johnny Peppers.
Solid.
I mean, they hang out with really,
And
really.
Super Dave.
Yeah, Super Dave. I haven't hung out with Super Dave. And those are and Nez.
Yeah.
Anywhere I go with Nez, there's love there. She's always there.
She's always there.
And Susie the same way. And so, I do feel bad that I don't follow and hang out, but I'm a very analytical kind of guy, and I study constantly everything, and so I can hang out with people, and I do miss hanging out and laughing and having a good time with a lot of the people. But I have to keep my focus and my direction, and I recommend that everyone always follow your spirit, follow where you should be going, know where you're going. Don't follow someone because you feel guilty and you should. Don't do those things. Go where you need to go to get what you need to know, whether it's spiritual or some understanding, whether you're following on Facebook or YouTube. And so, with Susie, I think about Susie all the time because she's got such a great gang. And every once in a while, I'll just go. That's another thing. If I follow Spirit, I'm called to her channel, and I'll just go. I don't know why, but I'll go and she'll be live, and I'll go, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. I've kind of learned, and that's the thing is we don't on Facebook and YouTube, Facebook, we don't have history on. They do not track us.
Yeah.
And YouTube, because I don't turn my history on, they won't give me any information like you've watched this. But you guys should see what they do. And they've got meaner and meaner over the years because I don't turn history on. Yeah. I have to think about what I'm going to watch and go watch it.
And remember,
I don't get suggestions from no one. I take no suggestions from YouTube. I take no suggestions. Facebook's one of those things you do get to choose who you follow, and that should be your feed. But on YouTube,
you can't find
they can't suggest to me because I don't give them history, and that's exactly the way I like it because I know where I want to go, and that's where I go. So trying to explain to people why you probably don't see me because I do go. I am a very intentional person when I go somewhere. As Matt and Tammy would tell you, I'm the worst for being. I study. I'm always on
track.
I'm always studying some kind of. I'm always studying. I don't know why. Just this way I've always been.
Yeah. One thing we do gotta say to Susie B, we're beekeepers now.
Oh yeah. Chloe kept saying that we needed to get bees, not us, but people. And we were like, okay.
And we noticed we weren't seeing many honeybees on our property, so we're like, oh, okay. We got to get some bees.
So we got to get some bees. And we were just talking about your giants out there, Susie, you know, the ones with the crowns. And I don't know if you know the whole thing, but, you know, a lot of men do this. They have their crowns, their priest. They, you know, they dress in these clothes and that was, you know, me, I left religion. I left priest George. He left all that too, because he's like, dude, this is not fitting what is right. So, you know, so those, you know, and I don't know those giants that are out there in your area. The ones that wear I don't know them.
They're not bad, from what I could tell. They're just trying to learn their own.
Yeah,
ways,
I think they're just, you know, I'm
they
saying,
wear crowns because they're like, you know, trying
because
to keep their hearts right. You know, they're like doing anything they can see if their heart's going to be right doing this way. How about this way?
Yeah.
Trying things.
Right,
you know,
right,
they're
right.
just good hearted.
But you know how it is. You put a gold. You know, that's what I think. That's what I hate about Disney. They always teach these little girls to be princes, which means it's okay for you to be better than other people. And I'm like, that's the most demonic stuff I ever heard. I'm putting my crown up because, you know, Disney and their crowns and their princesses and their royalty
Kings
and the
and
dragons
queens.
are evil and we got to slay them. That whole thing is just demonic.
It's
I don't want to say
backwards.
demonic, but ain't such thing as demonic.
It's just backwards is what it is.
Yeah, it's upside down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, so I know a lot of you have little girls and you're like, oh, she gonna be my princess. And I'm like, just think about you're empowering kids to be over other kids in our society. That's the flip that they're trying to do. The ETs, they want to flip us into being like them, controlling. They want us
individually controlling others.
Yeah,
well,
they want us
another guy that does the opposite. She wants you to be individually independent, caring for others around you, taking care of yourself and those around you.
Yeah, Magic Nova says, I am over the moon happy that I caught this live. And thank you to Lisa. I send you all love. I can't anywhere. Had to pay the light bill. I'm not sure about that. That must have been between her and Lisa. But let's see. So everyone was like, what? You got bees? What?
Yeah.
And then Scarborough, first of all, he says, thanks for the wrench. And he also says, recall having next to no support from YouTube when delving into the study of fourth dimensional spiritual beings. And Susie says, yeah, programming. So.
Yeah, I'm thinking about what Scarborough says. I'm delving into. Yeah, you know it. Recall having next to no support from YouTube and delving into the study of work. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
Oh, sorry.
No,
I'm moving forward. I probably should continue reading his comment because that was a good comment.
She goes, well, Susie B. She says, could the crown activate energy pull or energy pull from around Questral if made of gold?
Yeah, that's the part that lit me up. Like, yeah, I think so. That giant out there, the two giants, male and female, they got the crown on. Yeah, that's what their intentions was trying to do is figure out, trying to find higher guidance. You know, am I looking for guidance through this crystal? Am I looking for crystals? Exactly. What exactly right? That's what our George Giant did. He was like, nothing's outside. He's kept on banging his head this whole time.
Life.
He's been
178 years.
178 years, man.
Pounding
his head the whole time. I can't look outside. This doesn't got nothing for me. The giants that you have, Susie, that's what they're learning too. They're doing the same thing that George is doing, you know.
Same thing men are doing, popes are doing.
Am I still do I need to at least like put myself in a holy stance, you know, like don't eat tobacco or don't drink alcohol? Well, no. Yes. Yeah. And yes and no. It's about your spirit overrunning your body. your spirit, your flesh will abide to your spirit. Mother Gaia told me this. Scorpion King told me that, saying he's confirming what she says. Yeah, and George the Giant and your giants actually they're actually chipping in on this. So that's actually pretty cool.
Oh, cool. What do they got to say?
Yeah,
This is awesome.
they're learning a lot too. So,
they're learning a lot.
Yeah,
we don't, that's the thing is you don't condemn no spirit because the spirit can change. You could look at a person and they might be, that spirit can change. So I can't ever, you got to get, people don't get that. You can't ever judge nothing because the spirit can change.
Yeah. Mother Gaia said that she's been working with them, with Susie B's giants,
Okay.
So they got a connection and somehow, and they've been working for a while now. And that's how they're getting their answers too, is recognizing everything you look for is from within. Because these eyes is the opposite of what you're really seeking for.
Your little microphone died, but I'm glad mine's still going.
Yeah, you're still a roller. I'm a D-roller.
Plug it up and charge it. On gold though, let me tell you a couple things, Susie, about gold. For one, before the moon came here and this planet wasn't as dense as it is now, the push pull for the moon made this planet really dense. Gold used to be a liquid on this planet. That's one thing I want to tell you. Number two, we just recently found out that gold might be a really good ground, even though we use crystals.
Like a crystal to ground yourself?
Yeah, we're finding that out, that gold might actually be a good ground. We haven't tried it.
No.
I mean, I've got some coins, 1 ounce gold coins. So we might try, right? I didn't know that. We just found that out like today.
Yeah.
Just now.
Yeah, yes. No, I found out earlier today.
Oh, did you?
I forget who I was talking to, but we were like, whoa, we didn't know that. So she's talking about the gold crowns. Is it some kind of, well, see, the gold, they're talking about being a crown. So if you put it on your head, a gold crown on your head,
would be putting your head down to the ground.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah.
Well, and any crystals, any metals,
the dragons would know.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing from straight right now.
All right, there we go.
So this is the dragons.
All right, let's kick it up now.
They're saying any crystals, any metals, any minerals is at rest on ground. So when you elevate it off of ground, it's at unrest. It's unstable.
Oh, okay.
So,
but the thing is like diamonds and rubies never change. They are like a tool. They don't amplify energy like some of the other crystals.
Yeah, those two transitions energy straight through. Most crystals and other crystals, like white quartz and rose quartz and different type of minerals, they will receive energy and immerse their own energy, because that's how those crystals are.
Right. So they could be used for healing, and rest, and
for a different tone.
Crystals is where it's
at. Tone for you.
Right. Crystals,
to set your tone.
Right.
You can have a certain crystal that can set your tone, because that tone is always stationary, the same. And then rubies and diamonds, they're straight through, so you'll receive back through it the same energy you put in.
Yeah. So rubies and diamonds are really like useful, even though they're very expensive.
Very, very useful, but very, very
very expensive, but not very useful, because they don't actually do something with energy.
Yeah.
They don't change it.
They don't change it.
Yeah, they don't make it amplify it or whatever.
They keep it stagnant.
Yeah. And metals like aluminum is horrible. But copper, so we have to ground with coppers, copper wires and coppers, because that copper keeps it it's stable as far as carrying electricity, copper. And you can probably use gold too if you wanted to.
Yeah. A little expensive.
Yeah, it is a little expensive.
But what else do we got going on?
I'm looking right through here.
Crown of crystals.
Yeah. Well,
that's awesome. Susie B.
Yeah, I'm looking at Puck Elf. Just changed up my quartz Luna Moon stone over the few nights. Have been in the big silver moon. Yeah, see, Puck, I don't know where some people read energy. I can't. That's learning. I'll say I'm learning because if I say I can't, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, Mother
Because
Guy
I was supposed to.
knocked him a couple times.
Yeah, if I because you can. It's just that we don't believe, and I don't believe in myself, so I have to start changing that and say, because I can feel. I'm a filler of energy. I feel it. But I have rocks, and I have, Puck. I just got through changing. Matt yesterday went up into the woods because he's like, I gotta go get this red rock from Mom. Go get that rock with you. And he went up in the woods and he got the rock that he needed. He told me before we got there, I gotta go get this red rock. I know it's up there in the woods. So I'll show you the rock that we walked up in the woods and got. This is what
It's the only one we found that had any crystals on it.
Yeah, well, this is wait till you see it. I wish I could have found more of them. So anyway, you can show it in the camera.
Yeah. Wow, that's a different color than I thought.
Yeah. So we went up into the woods, and you can see this is the rock that he brought back, and you can see the crystals. You can see that's her resting rock.
Oh, the camera's.
Oh, your arm's in the way.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'll get where you can show it.
Show the red part there.
Show the red. So this is her rock that you slept with that last night?
Yeah, for 2 nights.
Okay. Have you put anything with it besides it? Or are you just using it by itself?
No, right now it's been 2 nights by itself.
Okay.
And tonight I think I'm going to put my what was it? Citrine.
Citrine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll get mine. I got the mic with me. Never go to the bathroom while you're walking around with a mic on your thing on the middle of YouTube Live.
Yeah, cleaned it with a pressure washer.
Yeah. Well, this is the one you got me.
2,500.
This is the one that I picked up yesterday. This isn't the one that I normally. I was normally sleeping with
Tourmaline.
Tourmaline, black tourmaline.
Yeah.
But it really, man, I'm telling you what, I sleep great. But I'd wake up like it was really pulling me down. But this is kind of like I said, it's kind of I don't even know what it is. But this was the one that you found that matched my energy field. Okay. And I slept with it last night. It was really nice. The first night I slept with it, I little aches, but I slept really good. But it didn't pull me way far down, so I wasn't very joggy when I got up. So I knew it needed a little bit more power. So I stuck what you call it? I stuck another rock with it. The
shungite.
Shungite. I stuck a little shungite with it last night. I think I've got it more balanced. And Puck Elf's talking about changing his, and I do have a moonstone that fits my energy. I haven't figured out how to use it. I'm like, I have to put one rock in a tray, sleep with it, learn that rock, put another rock on the tray, sleep with it, learn that rock, and then I'm starting to slowly learn how to mix them.
Yeah. Well, the moonstone for him and for the stone that I use for the moon, different moon phases. These types of stones, from my feel, is whenever you're having a nice, for a week or longer, you've been having a resting sleeps and stuff like that, and you need something to uplift you a little bit, or it's like everything seems kind of like at a slow pace, and that's usually when depression hits and stuff like that, when energy's low. Though that might be the time to use that moonstone for him. And my type of stone I use, I don't use a moonstone. He used a moonstone. I use a different stone, amethyst.
Yeah.
Another one.
As you can see, we're just learning that.
No, it's not the green one. It's a black stone that got a fog look in it, clear fog.
If you're sleeping in a room or a bed and you have all these crystals around you, I'd probably get them all out of that room and start with one.
Yep.
And then like you said, but you don't. If you're not sleeping good, that's because that crystal's raising you up. You're not sleeping good. You need to kind of be able to ground.
You gotta find the right medium for your spirit. Your spirit is easy to move in and out of this body. So when you're sleeping without no grounding and with no crystals or anything, at least for my own self, I notice some nights be like I didn't even slept and I did a lot of work. And it's like I was supposed to be sleeping. What was I doing? Not sleeping? But I was had my eyes closed all night. That's my spirit working overnight, doing things out of the body and stuff like that, or being used or whatever it might have been. So if you get some grounding or some stone crystals to try to ease your pace, because it puts out a frequency. Each crystal will put out a frequency, its own frequency, besides rubies and diamonds.
Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was trying to finish quickly.
Okay, finish. I'm just watching Pucks. I'm like, Puck should start teaching crystals, but go ahead.
It won't surprise me.
He should.
Yeah.
He knows a lot about them. I don't know. He needs to talk more about crystals. Anyway, go ahead.
Heck yeah.
Because I'm learning and I need to learn, and people that know more about it teach us. Correct.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember where I was going with it.
I'm sorry, man. Did I interrupt you?
Yeah.
Well,
You're getting tired.
3
I understand.
hours in, what do you say?
Yeah, that's okay. Well, I was reading the Puck. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, man. I interrupt you, but I got excited because I'm reading his. He's like, I just stick with my big main one, Moon Worshipper. But I mean, the thing is to know which ones. You know, I'm learning. I slept with that. I can't remember the name of my rocks.
Tourmaline?
Yeah, I slept with that tourmaline. I wouldn't. You couldn't take tourmaline from me. And it's just a little rock. We're not talking big, guys. You don't have to have a huge crystal in your house. You just need a piece
of it.
That's
a frequency.
Could you imagine if people realize that rocks heal? You know what that would do to your medical people? You know what that would do to your hospital? See, they don't want you to know that free stuff, rocks on the ground that are cheap, and just a little piece.
Literally, just.
That's probably why that's probably one of the biggest secrets hidden is the crystal. And the crystals you're talking the power, you're talking the ley lines, you're talking. The crystals are just like they're everything. The energy lines, whether you have energy or not, whether you're healthy or not, whether you sleep or not, there's so much involved.
If you got some woods around your area, like just around your property or something like that, you got some woods on the outskirts or somewhere, go in those woods and dig up a hole, and you might find a rock. If it looks cool, looks good to you, grab it. If it's a crystal and stuff like that, and you like it, grab it. And use that as your ground stone because that's a natural ground stone of your area that's connected for you that has not been disturbed for who knows how long. You might have been the first one ever to touch this rock. So that rock is very valuable for you individually.
Right. And people would never. That's crazy, but
that's from the dragon.
That's from the dragon. They've actually rocks out there waiting for people to go get them.
Yeah.
And Scarborough said that shungite is what I use to ward off negative energy. Yeah. We use shungite. We've got it like on our. We got them on the back of the phones. I carry my lighter in my pocket, so I have a rock on that. But yeah, shungite's really good to ward off the Wi-Fi and all that, and of course the sleep. But if you've got shungite though, around you all day long, I mean, it could be bringing you down. See, so a lot of people are into shungite, and
but for the rest, it's not being grounded, then it's going to be a little stray energy going on because naturally the shungite wants to be grounded. Yeah, so put it in a place where it might get grounded and it'd be fine.
Yeah, we have
every now and then.
We brought in a rock, and it sits there beside it. And so whatever crystals or rock we're not using, we put them on that rock so they can rest because they want to be on a rock. And that's where
a bigger rock, rock that has
some substance to it.
Yeah. There could be a cool looking one with crystals in it or geodes or any type of thing. Nothing too fancy. Something that's good.
By the way, I want to say Magic Nova, she thought my name was Lisa, not Tina.
Oops.
Yeah, that's no problem. And I just remember we had sent her tobacco.
So okay, cool.
All right.
Awesome.
Heck yeah.
Cool. That's some tough. It's hard to grow it. We've been giving out tobacco this year. We've been giving plants out. Of course, setting seeds, but it's hard. It is. We got a lot going on this year as far as tobacco. Yeah. And we send Bear Claw some. We sent her some tobacco. Yeah. And of course, we continue to send seeds out to people. It's kind of I don't know what that deal is, but believe it or not, that's some stuff going on. Even though we're sending people seeds, there is something going on with that. I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is. Something good. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, tobacco is definitely a spiritual plant. You know, it's one of the blessing plants. That's why I got the pink flowers and stuff.
Thanks.
It's very protective. You know, it is. You know, in the beginning, you really have to baby it.
People believe in magic power. You can literally wave a magic wand at them, and it will help. It's like I said. There's so much stuff we don't know that you know. People are too far away from a lot of these old things that are true. And I see Susie said that she has Shungite next to her Wi-Fi. Cool.
Heck yeah.
If you're Susie, I don't know what you're sleeping with as far as crystals, but I swear by it. We were having achy shoulders and achy bodies, and when we started sleeping with the right crystals, whoa, what a difference it does.
Yeah, I woke up with no back pain, small little pain. Is yours dead?
Yeah, myself.
Oh. Okay. And Magic Nova says, I didn't want to tell you it deliver bad news, but mine didn't make it.
Yeah, it's okay. John Pease didn't. A lot of people didn't. Because, I mean, and hey, guess what? Ours didn't make it this year. Did ours ever make it? Oh, we work so hard, but we are such rookies at gardening, and we're not the best at watering them and doing the thing.
Yes, we did have a couple.
Couple made it from that.
Out of all the seeds that we planted, we got a few.
So don't feel bad. But luckily we have a neighbor that's really good. So we're like calling him, man, you got any tobacco plants? So and he gave the first batch he gave us. We put it out in the rain. It got slowly killed them all. Oh my gosh! So then we went back and said, hey man, you got any more tobacco plants? And he's like, well, I'm gonna make these. He called it Matthew proof. I'm gonna make these Matthew proof before I give them to you. So he made sure they was big enough,
fat enough leaves.
Oh. But I mean, the tobacco seed is the size of a pepper. Pepper. And so
grain, smaller than a grain. They're
so it was it was
top of a needle.
It's hard to get that stuff. Okay, you said we're about 3 hours. You're looking tired.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I think we're good. Well, I think we're ready for our live Monday.
Yeah, we're going on, like I said, Monday. Skeptical.
What's his name?
Skeptic. I'm tired. I'm getting real tired now. Okay, eat some dinner. That's okay.
He's trying.
Here it is.
I'm trying. We're all trying.
We're all trying.
Mom, we're trying.
We're trying. His name is Typical
Skeptic
Podcast. His name is Rob.
Yeah.
He
very open-minded.
I was following some channels and they were turning that, it depends on who comes in, you know how it is. And if everybody can't come in and be open and talk about things, I've got to go, because a lot of the things that we talk about, we're gonna trigger people.
Like if Antarctica
try to find people we try to find like-minded people.
Yeah.
Magic Nova wants to know, is shungite magnetic?
I don't think it is. I haven't found out if it's magnetic yet or not. I've tried it, but I don't think it's magnetic. That's in my pocket.
Yeah, I don't think it is. Well, shungite's just one. I don't know, man. I don't know how to advise people on crystals. Luckily, I had Matt take us. We went to a rock store and he was able to find what would help us. So that's how we started.
See, there's a screw right there.
Okay, so it's not.
And shungite right here. Nothing. Nothing. No
hey, there's Arizona Raven. She showed up.
Arizona Raven.
Yeah, she come in.
Well, howdy.
Angel Wings and everybody. Angel Wing come in.
Angel Wings here.
Yeah.
Where?
I didn't see her come in.
There she is.
Angel, we
just now saw you.
Yeah, we just saw you come in. We were just getting ready. We've been on for a while, and they stuck in.
little
So good to
sneakers.
see you. Now, Angel Wings, she's up in Minnesota where basically where the head of the Rocky Dragon is, and she plays with the babies, and and we're in that. Angel, she knows a lot of stuff about energy. She balances them. She's a lot of stuff, and hopefully she be able to come out more and more about that information, because a lot of people will think, what are you talking about? We understand her. We understand her.
She's right on her top.
Her gifts. I mean, she has some gifts. And wait a minute, I'm on the wrong.
I get more confirmation.
Yes, I don't see her on our.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Oh,
We're
we're
tired.
Okay, we must be tired, guys.
I think we need a.
Yeah.
We're on the wrong
We'll be
chat.
rewatchable.
We're in the right chat now.
Okay. Shunga magnetic. Okay. A compass is the best way to check it. That's true. I guess to check it with a compass.
Oh, that's.
There's Jamie. Yeah, he knows Jamie. But Jamie's not here. Sorry, Puck Up. I was on the wrong tab. I'm getting tired. I don't see her. Yeah, right, Puck Up. Sorry. We didn't share this out. So, it was just kind of like hit and mash. But thank you, everyone, for coming and spending time with us.
Yeah.
It was good to talk. I feel good about just talking some of this stuff out.
Yeah. Actually got a lot of it off our chest. So next time we start talking to like the next person we talk to Rob.
Yeah.
Well, at least we got something to talk about again. At least everybody got an idea of what we're talking about or about to talk about.
Yeah.
Plus other things. There's always new things coming in.
I'm gonna paste.
Okay. Paste one video.
I pasted that's Rob's link. Like I said, he does good. He has a lot of readers on there. He's open-minded. I've never seen him, shoo somebody for saying stuff, and he gets people in. I mean, I want to talk about Angel, but she's not in the group. I thought she was here. She's not. But people on the fringe, people that are having these. A lot of people are seeing things and knowing things, and a lot of spiritual people don't really. That's a good place for them to come to. I think you guys will really enjoy his stuff. We're there a lot. Probably where we hang out more than anything anymore, just because like-minded.
Says he's blocked there.
He's blocked there too. How are you blocked there?
Because he speaks the truth.
Yeah.
They whack him.
It's also his jokes. People don't get them.
Well, I got good mod
gotcha.
friends over there, man.
We'll straighten this crap out, man. Yeah.
I'll tell my good friend. I'll tell the Angel Wings to block you.
Yeah.
No, I think he's talking about Rob's channel.
That's what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
She's a mod over there, so she'll clean him up. So
I didn't know that.
you should put him back in.
Could y'all do a video maybe on wild lettuce tinctures?
Wild lettuce tincture. It's been a long time since we've done wild lettuce tincture.
Tennessee wild lettuce woman.
She good.
She talks about everything.
Oh, that's she.
Everything about wild lettuce.
Okay.
Tennessee wild lettuce woman.
Okay, cool.
I gotta look her up. I think I know. That's her.
Okay, he said Tennessee. I think I'm just gonna look it up.
Yeah. I'm following her. Somewhere's on my phone.
Yeah, we used to harvest a lot of it, and then we dried it out. But like you said, right now I think crystals is probably one of our biggest healers. And it's a lot more natural than anything else, and definitely cheaper. But learning how to do that stuff, she says, "Thank you, ma'am."
You're very welcome.
We're trying to find out the wild lettuce tinctures, but we don't make a tincture. What we did with wild lettuce was we dried it out, and then we encapsulated it. And it's kind of like Motrin or something, because it's wild lettuce. If some of you don't know what that is, wild lettuce is poor man's opium.
Yeah.
It's a long, tall plant, and when you cut it with a razor blade or whatever, it bleeds this white, bitter stuff, and it's basically opium, but it's low dose. It takes a whole lot to get, but it's still it's a bitter. But we don't, like I said, we've been really lucky. We take aspirin is about the hardest we go, because we do a lot of other things.
Yeah, I would have told you wrong. Her name is Tennessee Woman Tanya Nelly.
TN Woman Tanya Nelly. You can paste it in the thing. Yeah, post it in the thing.
Okay, cool. I feel special.
Well, let Matt post this link in.
Yeah. Can't block me this time.
We appreciate all you guys coming and staying and watching.
Yeah.
We've got 23 likes so far, I think.
Really?
So
That's cool.
awesome.
Holy
I wasn't expecting maybe 4 or 5 people because we
There
don't
she
do
is.
videos enough.
There it
Did
is.
you link it?
Yep, put a link
Yep,
in there.
I see it.
As long as everyone else can see it. Heck yeah. Very welcome, Magic Nova. I think I saw her in Super Dave's chat before.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
She seemed familiar in Super
It's good
Dave's
to see
Check
chat.
her out.
Super Dave came back.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Heck yeah.
hey, we love everybody, and
Definitely.
we'll share out that video. I think it's next Friday, 7 o'clock, 30th. So we'll share that link out when we go on there. Be ready to come and answer some questions. We got to get Puck Elf back on so he can come in and bring questions and comments and help us stay on our toes, because we get tired. And,
Yeah.
we definitely can use everyone's support and help.
Yeah.
All right.
That was good.
All right. All right.
Y'all are all good. Good
All right.
people, y'all.
Taylor's got to figure out how to say bye
Mom's
now.
like throwing hands up. She doesn't know what
I
she's
don't know
doing.
how to turn it off.
It's all good.
Click on the
Love
X.
y'all guys.
Oh, the
Love
X.
you.
Love y'all.
Love you guys. One of these days.
One of these days we'll say, you want to go by?
You want to say goodbye? You want to say goodbye now?
Sure you want to stop? Yep, there we go. Bye.